sponsored by AutoZone, by Cintas, by Granger, by Pluto TV, by Kohl's, by Progressive Insurance, and by NCAA.com. Hi, everybody. I'm Scott Graham, along with former Notre Dame forward Jordan Cornette. Brad Heller joins us later from the Westwood One Broadcast Center. And here in Newark in the East, well, we're talking about some teams that can put up some points. In fact, the 4 teams we're seeing tonight are 4 of the top 5 remaining scoring teams in this NCAA tournament. Game 1 between Alabama and BYU, and you got to think both games are going to have a little bit of a track meet feel tonight.
No question, and this first one most especially, Scott. I mean, buckle up. This one's going to be up and down. 2 teams that say, meet us in the mid-80s, because that's where the game ultimately starts to get decided. It was funny, talking to Coach Oates, we had a chance to the other day, and he said, everyone thinks this is going to be fun because we're similar teams. I know what kind of team I have. I would never want to have to prepare against my team, so this is going to be a battle.
Well, Coach Oates had a very simple message for his players, that the job right now with just 2 wins is far from complete.
The goal was to win a national championship. Guys, we're only a third of the way there. So if any of you are thinking we've had a great year and we're resting on our laurels right now, guys, we're a third of the way there. If we're fortunate enough to beat BYU, we're halfway there. That's it.
Now, he knows of what he speaks. Last year, they were a Final Four team, got eliminated by UConn. Started this year as the number 2 team in the nation, Jordan. And when you look at what they accomplished in Cleveland, Robert Morris threw a little bit of a scare into them, but by and large, they proved to be just too deep and too good in the first 2 games.
Yeah, very deep squad, very talented. Mark Sears and his ability to control the game, to touch the paint, to spray the basketball, to lead the way for this group. Star power really starts to show itself when the competition gets elevated, and Mark Sears has the ability to take over this type of contest.
Now, BYU is not a team you're used to seeing at this stage. This is only their 3rd Sweet 16 appearance, and it was a struggle to get here for BYU in a couple of different ways. The game against Wisconsin, they grabbed a lead in that ball game, and then they held on for dear life at the end, but they led throughout.
Yeah, how they defended John Tonje, that is of concern. A guy who goes for 37 and became just unstoppable off the bounce and shot creating. And that's why it matters when you're going against a guy like Mark Sears, or you're going against an offense that is much more elevated in this Bama group. So getting back in transition, communication is going to be key, because if Sears has half the game that John Tonje of Wisconsin had in the previous round, it could be a long evening for BYU.
Meanwhile, you've got a guy like Richie Saunders, who came in as the Big 12's most improved player, dropped 25 in that game. He has been a revelation for this team and truly the scoring leader.
And he's truly become a guy who's elevated his game in the postseason, playing his best basketball. And it's no surprise BYU is elevated, playing their best basketball. Him and Yegor Demon. These 2 are a 2-headed monster that's dangerous.
We got 2 good ones coming your way. Up next, the starting lineup in the opening tip. From the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the Men's Basketball Tournament.
Pro Savings Days are back at Lowe's with limited-time savings on the supplies pros need. Get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save an additional $100 on every $1,000 you spend on select major appliances. And don't miss your chance to activate and earn 3 times the points on select DeWalt and Klein tools. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 3/28. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See associate or Lowe's.com for more details on qualifying items.
Riley Herbst here from 2311 Racing. Looking for fast fun? Go for a spin at Chumba Casino. Racing's fast, but Chumba takes it up a notch. Nothing beats the rush of those high-speed spins. Big thrills, daily bonus boosts, action-packed games. Chumba's got it all to keep you in the fast lane. Ready to race? Let's Chumba. Pit stop at ChumbaCasino.com and play today.
Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Meanwhile at Xfinity.
Okay, huddle up. Do you realize how many fans stream basketball? It's madness.
But real fans stream with Xfinity Internet.
Totally. We've engineered a super fast connection.
With reduced buffering and low lag.
'Cause making streaming better is what we do!
Yeah!
Yeah!
Can we let go now? It's really not a huddle with 2 people.
Switch to Xfinity Internet and stream live sports from the best seat in the house. Bring on the good stuff. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Actual speeds vary. Not guaranteed.
The family that vacations together stays together. At least, that was the plan. Except now, the dastardly desk clerk is saying he can't confirm your connecting rooms.
Wait, what?
That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The tournament is here. March Madness is here. The craziness is here. Don't forget, hit that like button down below and share this link out so we can get more basketball fans here in the chat, hanging out with us, cheering on your favorite team.
Clayton steals it and lays it in. Clayton a good look. Hit 6.
Check out our new website, www.torontosportsinsider.com, and check out the link that is in the description as well as in the chat that shows where all of the live viewers are watching from. Are you an insider yet? Have you hit that subscribe button? I bet you have now. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for checking out our Bracket Mania campaign. A lot more coming up soon.
What a great scene this is.
Stunning. Absolutely stunning.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Thanks for chatting it up and enjoying this March Madness live hangout with us.
Head coach is Kevin Young. His first season, more wins than any BYU coach in a first season for him. Alabama Crimson Tide out of the SEC, 27-8 on the year. Their lineup looks this way. LeBaron Philon, freshman, has been dishing assists and doing a lot more since he got into the starting lineup, 10.5 points per game out of Mobile, Alabama. Grant Nelson, grad student out of Devils Lake, North Dakota. Nelson came back from a knee injury to participate more heavily in the second game of the tournament, although he's not 100%. Averages 11.5 points and 7.5 boards. Chris Youngblood has been playing very well. Grad student coming by way of Kennesaw State in South Florida, averaging 10 points. He's out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Cliff Omori from Benin City, Nigeria, 8 points, 6.5 rebounds. When he first came over from Nigeria, he moved in a stone's throw from here, about 5 miles away. He averages 8 points and that 6.5 boards. And, of course, Mark Sears, 204 points in the NCAA tournament, second most among all active players in this tournament. Grad student out of Muscle Shoals, Alabama, 18.5 points, 5 assists per game, although he has struggled from the field here in the tournament. As the lineups have been introduced, we are just about ready to go, and apparently there's now a clock issue because we're not starting with 20 minutes left in the half, but rather with 19:25.
As if these two teams aren't going to be playing fast enough. You can't take time away from us.
Officials are going over it now at the scorer's table. They are Tony Padilla, Bert Smith, and Jeb Hartness tonight. Third meeting between these two schools. First time they've met since 2017. Alabama has won both of those games, including a game at the Barclays Center back in 17. The other meeting was in 1957. When you want to talk about history, take a look at this BYU team here, because they have a historical note next to the basketball program that nobody wants. This is their 32nd NCAA tournament without making a Final Four. That's the most of any team in college basketball.
And those stats are always fascinating, because the players don't feel the pressure of that, but certainly the fan base, who they've traveled here, by the way, BYU, they're very keenly aware of that. They can't wait to see what's about to play out in front of us. And let me tell you what, as an analyst on the radio, I'm going to be hanging out for a lot of this game. You're going to be working, partner, because it's going to be up and down, nonstop with fast-paced basketball.
I'll make up for what I wasn't able to say when I worked with you last year. BYU in the traveling black. Their lettering and their numerals are blue, trimmed in white. Alabama is in the home white with the crimson letters and numerals. Time for the opening tip, sponsored by AutoZone. What makes AutoZone America's #1 battery destination? They offer free battery testing and charging and reliable replacement batteries. And they've always got your battery solution. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Kate are going to tip things off with Amori as we get ready for what should be an entertaining weekend and what should be 3 competitive basketball games here in Newark, New Jersey. Tony Padilla with the ball in his hands. It's up, and the tip controlled by BYU, moving from our left to our right. Dimon with the ball in his hands. At 6'9", he sees it so well and distributes it even better. Kata on the outside. Now Saunders controls just inside half court. Bounce it far side for Nell. Nell, left of the lane. Shot fake, nothing there. Throws through. And now here's Mag in the lane. Jump stop. Shot up, no good. Tip rebound controlled by Alabama. Nelson quickly into the forecourt. Right in the middle of the floor and driving toward the hole. He gets the first points of the game.
Dimon elects to not pick up Nelson until he's already touched the paint coming across the timeline. And with that momentum, it was too late. Floater goes.
Dimon coming down, driving, kick into the corner. There's a 3 for Mag. That shot no good. Another rebound for Grant Nelson for Alabama.
Mag attempted to stretch out the defense. Challenging.
Along the outside, it is Youngblood. Youngblood gets it off to Sears on the left. Left baseline jumper up and good. 4-0 Alabama. Cougars trying to find a rhythm. Off of their first 2 sets. Here's Nell, left side 3. That's good. That'll get you your rhythm. 4-3 ball game.
Sears just lost sight of Nell right there. He's looking for help side defense. Took his foot off the pedal and he makes him pay. That type of offense out here tonight.
Sears will try to answer from the top. Missing on a 3. Rebound down for Kata. Here comes BYU trying to take the lead. Saunders bounce it to Nell. Right side 3 is off. Fight for the rebound. Tapped into the hands of Phylon. Here he comes into the forecourt. Leaving it back behind. Taking it again in the right corner. With the dribble still alive. Gets it up on top, into the hands of Amori. Now back to Phylon. The freshman to the right elbow with his dribble. In the paint, has it wrestled away. Nell just reached in and stole the ball. And now here comes BYU the other way. Mag along the baseline. Get it into Kata. Little jump hook shot. Crawls over the front of the rim. And BYU takes a 5-4 lead. End-to-end action. Right back at it again is Alabama. Nelson for 3. Too strong, and the rebound down for Mag. BYU runs it into the forecourt, and Mag, all kinds of energy. Driving, dishing, Saunders with the layup with the left hand.
Saunders with the secondary cut. Defense is paying no attention to him. Cut right in front of him. Easy layup on the left side.
7 straight points for BYU in the lead, 7-4. 2.5 minutes in here in Newark. And now an errant pass picked off by Saunders. He's going to drive 3-on-2. Driving down the lane is Nell. Lays it home. It's a 9-0 run for BYU. Back the other way. Nelson on the run. His shot no good. But that is going to end up being goaltending because Cato went up. He hit the backboard and the rim with his hands, and the basket was shaking. So the ball didn't have an opportunity to go in.
Let me just tell you, first 3 minutes of basketball, it's only 9-6 in favor of BYU, but Bama is overwhelmed by the tempo and pace. And Bama is one of the fastest teams in basketball. So much cutting, so much action from BYU. They're struggling to elevate currently.
Dimon finds Saunders. Little floater in the lane is good from 8 feet away. They missed their first two. Now they can't miss. 11-6 BYU. Sears, top of the circle, wants a three, and he drains it. And shows some emotion as that one falls. He had been 5 for his last 36 from beyond the arc. Now Dimon in the lane. Nothing there, gets back out to Saunders, and they will finally get into a standard half-court set. Up in the high post, it's Keita. Keita waiting for a cutter, hands it off to Dimon. Three-pointer from the top, no good. And the rebound ripped down by Amori.
Longest offensive possession of the game to this point.
Alabama trying to answer back. Sears trying to get going early. Now finds Youngblood. Right side three is short. Long rebound out for Nell. He fires ahead for Saunders. Too far, but Saunders saves it. And now it's back to Mag at the top. Diving down the lane. Caught in the air. Great look. Inside. And a two-fisted jam by Keita.
Mag touch paint. Drew 2 defenders. Dunker spot. Keita's waiting. Easy punctuation.
Back the other way. And a three-pointer is good for Phylon. How about this? 13-12, 4 minutes and 15 seconds in. Saunders driving, alley-oop. And an errant pass off Keita's hands. Here's Sears down with the basketball. Alabama can now take the lead. Nelson, however, throws the ball to the second row as he was trying to fire the ball to Youngblood in the corner. The third turnover for the Crimson Tide brings us to a well-needed timeout.
Couple of turnovers from a hurried-up offense from Alabama's created this narrow margin as BYU leads by a point. Partner, you better be ready to defend in the first 10 seconds in these possessions.
Also better be ready to talk tonight. 15:32 left to go here first half. It's BYU 13, Alabama 12. For the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's basketball tournament.
Traveling in basketball? Bad move. Traveling the world? Great move. Wherever the road takes you, Best Western is your place to take a time out and catch your breath. Because every team needs a place to regroup. Life's a trip. Make the most of it at Best Western. Book direct and save at bestwestern.com.
People always ask me, Guy, why are you so confident? And I tell them because I shop for a used car with Carfax. Why Carfax? Because I was able to pause for the facts. What kind of facts? Used car facts. Facts. Like which car has been in a reported accident, which ride has the best value, facts. Which car will have me feeling so confident that I'll just turn up the radio facts. And roll down the windows facts. And belt out show tunes, knowing full well that I cannot sing. Facts. Carfax is the answer. Shop the all-new Carfax.com.
Meanwhile at Xfinity.
Okay, huddle up. Do you realize how many fans stream basketball? It's madness.
But real fans stream with Xfinity Internet.
Totally. We've engineered a super fast connection.
With reduced buffering and low lag.
'Cause making streaming better is what we do!
Yeah!
Yeah!
Can we let go now? It's really not a huddle with two people.
Switch to Xfinity Internet and stream live sports from the best seat in the house. Bring on the good stuff. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Actual speeds vary. Not guaranteed.
It's time to shake off the winter blues and get your home looking its best. Whether it's new windows, fresh siding, or a stunning entry door, Window World has everything you need to boost curb appeal. And with Window World's professional installation, you can refresh your home stress-free. Spring into savings and schedule your free consultation today. Call 1-800-WINDOW-WORLD or visit windowworld.com to get started.
Let's check each team's tournament resume, sponsored by Monster.com. Monster.com empowers you to score big on your next position and win the job hunt. Get off the bench and go to Monster.com today. Monster.com provides great coaching and millions of job openings. Slam dunk with Monster.com today. BYU got here winners of 11 of their last 12 games. The only game they lost was in the Big 12 tournament semifinals, a 20-point loss to Houston. Told you about Alabama. Began the season second nationally. They fell down to 10, but got all the way back up to number 2 again, winning 15 out of 16.
Let me tell you what, these two teams are both coming in playing great basketball. That's the beauty of it. And both these teams have coaches that lean heavily into analytics and the NBA philosophy. This ball is not sticking. 11 combined made field goals, 9 assists. The ball is floating around. Pressure on the defense doesn't matter. It's elite offense.
13-12 BYU as we come back from the timeout. 15-20 to go till halftime. Cougars with the basketball, attacking on our right. Nell, little footer in the lane is good.
Cada, such a sound screener, gives Nell that little curl screen from left to right, mid-post, knocks down the floater.
Nell already has 7 in the game. And we are not quite 5 minutes in. Sears directing traffic now for Alabama, trying to set up a screen. Diabate couldn't quite get it done for him. And now to Holloway, left side 3, it's good. He hit it from 4 steps beyond the arc. Knocks the game up at 15.
3 of 6 from 3. The beyond the arc has been very kind early to the Crimson Tide.
Saunders back the other way, driving into the lane. His shot is good. He went right around Jaron Stevenson, who checked in at the timeout.
And that's the problem. Stevenson wasn't ready to guard. That's a simple attack, the closeout, finish at the rim.
Stevenson trying to answer back, runs into the lane as the ball stripped away. Now bodies everywhere. Stevenson at the bottom of the pile with the basketball, and finally Mag ties him up. So that held ball is going to give it back to Arizona. Listen to me, Arizona. I'm the game ahead of myself. Going to give it back to Alabama on the possession arrow.
Stevenson coming into this one, you got to elevate, get the blood moving really quickly, because the pace coming off the bench to acclimate is in the snap of a finger. He's not ready to guard. He nearly turns it over there. Now he's got the juices flowing. You better acclimate quickly coming off the bench because of this pace.
This is high energy here in this first half. 17-15, BYU by a bucket. Alabama will inbound, baseline near side, with 17 left on the timer. King of the inbound is Stevenson. Can't get it in. Finally does. Diabate has it down in the left corner. Now he'll drive. Throws to the top. Three-pointer on the way. Sherrill hits it. The big guy at 6'10", and a smooth stroke to put Alabama up by 1. Back the other way in the lane. Dimmitt, turnaround jumper, no good. Sears down with the rebound.
Neither team sending offensive rebounders, worried about getting back in transition.
Stevenson from the left corner finds Sears. Deep 3 ball is good. He's feeling it right now. He's talking to us. He's talking to everybody. He's got 8 points. His team up by 4.
BYU failed to extend their defense at that 3-point line, and the Crimson Tide punishing them.
Hall was wide open in the lane, threw an air ball, but Cada came in, picked it out of the air, and banked it home.
Cada just rearranging bodies down low with that physical frame of his.
Other way, Holloway, another deep 3. Shots no good. Tipped rebound. Looked like it was controlled by Diabate, but he bounced it on the end line. It's going back to BYU. Later on, we'll select the smart coaching move of the day. Sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. A lot of substitutions in this game early on, and we expected we would see that. Trey Stewart has come into the ball game now for BYU. And it is Dallin Hall bringing it across for the Cougars. He and Stewart playing catch in the backcourt. Up on top, Traore, who's now into the ball game as well, gets it back to Hall, driving into the lane, in traffic, lost the handle, lost the basketball. All right, he's had 2 looks offensively. One was an air ball from 8 feet, and the other was kicking the ball over the sideline for the second BYU turnover.
And it was just simply too much dribbling. If you don't have that initial move, those NBA ideals read and react. You don't have anything on the initial drive, move it. Move it to the next guy to see if you can attack. All too much dribbling, and ultimately kicks it off his own knee and it rolls out of bounds. That's an unforced error.
21-19, Alabama on top with the basketball as we come up on 13 minutes left to go here in the first half. Crimson Tide 8 for 12 from the floor.
Zone look, 2-3 look from BYU defensively.
How do you break that? Sears nails a 3 just right at the top of the circle. He's got 11 points.
Zone defense, man-to-man. Either way, BYU need to extend the defense.
Saunders, little runner in the lane, no good. He got his own rebound. In among the trees, dishes off, and Traore is fouled on the way up. Scott Graham, Jordan Cornette here at our Granger broadcast position in Newark. Winning teams know the value of a good 6th man. Count on Granger to give your business a boost off the bench. Call or click Granger.com for over 1 million industrial-grade supplies.
Look, with these elite offenses, we said it coming in, you cannot give these efficient offenses second chances. BYU 2 times down now has earned the second chance opportunities, which is propelling them.
Foul call was on Sherrill, his first foul of the game. Traore hits on the first. He's a good free throw shooter. Almost 82% on the year from the line.
So fun in this game. You know it's going to stay with this high pace because these two teams and their identity, they tap deep into that bench that you mentioned, Scott. So it's not going to take a tick down and become a slow operate in the half-court setting no matter how far into the game we go. These guys play at this pace for 40 minutes.
How about each team has already played 9 players?
And all 9 guys are a factor on the floor. Shot makers, creators, guys that can operate in isolation. Everybody out of here has an elite floor game.
Not sure what the delay is, but Traore finally gets the ball back. And his second free throw is good. Couldn't ice him. He hits a pair. 24-21 Alabama. 12:40 to go till halftime as the Crimson Tide bring it across. This is Holloway around the screen up on top. They try that blitz, and Traore's going to get called for the foul. That's his first, team's first.
Aiden Holloway did exactly what you're supposed to. Keep your dribble alive, retreat dribble to the point where you can find a way to deliver via airspace a pass to one of your guys for a look. And they ended up fouling. That's sound ball handling against the pressure.
Aiden Holloway played well last weekend. He was one of the 6 players in double figures as they beat New Mexico in a round of 32. Here's Stevenson. Handing back behind to Sears, the bread truck. Back to Holloway at 3. Too strong. Long rebound out. Covered by Youngblood for Alabama. A fresh 20 seconds to shoot as Holloway holds again. Gets it to Sherrell, left of the lane. Back to Youngblood. Squares, fires, and missed badly on a 3. Tap rebound belongs to Trey Stewart for BYU. Cougars into the forecourt now. Boscovich is into the ball game for BYU. Trying to set a screen. Here's Hall now. Driving into the lane. Jump stop, nothing there. In some trouble. Bounces it low. Traore, reverse lay-in is good. He just bailed his teammate out, got it in a bad spot, and made a good shot.
And it was almost like a pocket pass from Hall to Traore. Traore never stopped working on that low block, carving out real estate to get that pass and go up and finish.
Bama by a point. Here's Stevenson, left side 3. That's too strong. Rebound down and covered by Dallin Hall. He trots it across half court. Crossover dribble. Oh, sorry, that's Baker. And Baker's shot is up. That's no good. It tickled the rim and fell away. Dawson Baker, yet another BYU Cougar in this ballgame. Alabama down with the basketball. Holloway, 3 from the right corner is good. He is feeling it right now, whether it's going or not. He's shooting 27-23.
Stevenson set that one up with a drive and kicked to open up Holloway for the look.
Trying for the answer on the 3, and the shot from Hall is no good. But BYU corrals the offensive rebound, and they'll get another set.
It's the first time we've slowed down in a half-court setting.
Alabama 7 for 14 from 3. Baker misses on a 3 for BYU, and the rebound, tap back, and it's good. And you're going to get an opportunity at a 3-point play. Traore is the guy working hard on the inside. Got that putback, and he got Stevenson on his back. That's Stevenson's second foul.
And in that 4 minutes of basketball, 4 offensive rebounds have translated to 6 second chance points for BYU. Starting to establish themselves on the backboard offensively.
Timeout on the court. Catch your breath. 10:43 to go here first half. It's Alabama 27, BYU 25. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing.
What's up, basketball fans? Thank you all for hanging out with us this afternoon, this evening, this morning, wherever it is where you are watching from. It's very important. This next step is so important. Bring more basketball fans here to the chat to help us raise money for SickKids Hospital in Toronto just by hitting that like button and sharing this link out to all of your friends on social media. Got a special message from Joe Bowen. Thank you for hitting the like. Thank you for sharing this out and helping us build this awesome community. Good luck to your team. We'll see you in the chat.
This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs. So like, subscribe, and share, because every click impacts SickKids' mission to heal the future.
menus, pizza boxes.
Landscaping business?
Oh, we can print yard signs, t-shirts, brochures.
How about a pizza/landscaping business? I'll call it Dough and Mow.
I like it.
Right now at Staples, get up to $250 off your print purchase. Ends 4/5 exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for offer details. Price match guarantee valid in store and staples.com/print. Visit staples.com/price match for details.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
So, your small business is outgrowing your garage. You could go online, find a space, and get catfished. Or you could work with an agent who's a realtor, here to guide and help protect you from the surprises you didn't see coming. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. Right by you.
Time for the Coles Fact of the Game. Only major conference teams to lead the country in scoring in back-to-back seasons. It's happened 3 times. Alabama the last 2 years, Arizona 2002 through 04, and Duke 1998 through 2000. Oh, by the way, those 2 teams are waiting in the wings for Game 2. That's the Fact of the Game, sponsored by Kohl's. Make this spring a stylish one with on-trend looks for every occasion. You shop at Kohl's and Kohl's.com, where families come first. Alabama has already put up 14 three-pointers, 17 shots in all. We're staring at the century mark on both sides right now.
So then what do you think Coach Young's saying in his huddle to his guys defensively? Whether we're in a 2-3 zone because we switch our defenses or we're in a man, extend out to the NBA depth from beyond the arc because they're going to let them fly. We need to contest and go. BYU, like you said, Scott, vulnerability with this Alabama team, interior defense. BYU starting to flex their muscle in the painted area.
They've got 18 points in the paint as Traore hits on the free throw to cap off a 3-point play. Alabama 27, BYU 26.
As if this one wasn't fast enough, a little light full court pressure for BYU here.
Turn it up a notch. Alabama breaking that trapping pressure, and now the shot from the top is no good for Darian Reed. Rebound down to BYU. Here comes Dawson Baker, throwing it out far side, and the ball flicked over the sideline, actually off the head of one of the officials by Feinlawn, and BYU will have a sideline inbound.
Scott, I give both teams a lot of credit. They've done a fantastic job getting back in the transition defense, taking away fast break opportunity.
They are moving. Traore hands back behind for Baker. In between the circles, Baker taking a long look at it. And now he's going to go against the big guy. Baker steps back, fires across to Hall. Hall driving in the lane. Dishes it off. Shot no good for Boskovic. And back down with the rebound come the Crimson Tide. Stepping into a 3. Feinlawn banks it home. How about that? He hit a bank shot from the right wing for 3.
And the reason he banked it is because there's some contact on the release from beyond the arc. Those in Oakland.
Hall trying to throw back behind as the ball knocked away from him by Diabate. But BYU holds the possession. Traore now backing inside. Going to work on Grant Nelson. His shot up, no good. Rebound down for Reed for Alabama. Crimson Tide by 4 with the basketball. Reed driving, shot up, no good, and he traveled. He was trying to draw contact. Instead, he drew the 4th Alabama turnover.
High-level anticipation defensively from Traore. He knew he was going to lower the boom and attack him, and he just stood there, kept his feet set, and let the offensive momentum do the work to earn the whistle.
Later, I will select the play of the day, sponsored by Old Spice. Stinking places beyond your pits. Old Spice has you covered with total body deodorant. 24/7 freshness from pits to toes with daily use. By the way, we're in the home of the New Jersey Devils, so a hockey line change substitution is basically how this is going. BYU just did it. Here's Baker driving to the foul line, trying to dish, ball slipped away. Amori got a hand on it, and now on the steal, a thunderous jam from Grant Nelson at the other end.
Haven't seen many mistakes with the basketball, but they try to go to the dive guy, and it's a turnover which allows a run out, a rim run from Grant Nelson, and what a one-handed stick.
Biggest lead of the game right now by 6 is Alabama. Driving, Baker on the baseline. Pretty bounce pass down low, and Keita lays it home.
Baker baseline drive brings 2 defenders. Dump down, quick release from Keita to not allow the shot blocker and Amori to come into effect.
Nelson from the right corner. 3-pointer is short. They got an offensive rebound. It was Reed pulling it down. And Boskovic is going to get called for a foul on the rebound.
Very savvy from Reed. Maybe got away with a push-off in the back to allow himself an offensive rebounding opportunity. But because he was so savvy with the nudge, officials didn't see it, put him in pristine position for an offensive rebounding opportunity, and a whistle going his way.
The winner goes to the Elite Eight here on Saturday. Right now it's Alabama 32, BYU 28. Inbound, and the shot up and no good for Nelson. Rebound taken down on the floor and off the floor, and now you got a scrum and a held ball that's going back the other way to BYU. Tell you what, Amori's been on 2 of those now.
He's got such a long wingspan. The ball seems like it's no way he's going to get to it. Then he just extends, and you go, oh, that's why he's such an elite rim protector and rebounder. Just keeps on stretching with those long arms, which, by the way, are very well defined. Him as a defensive end, an edge guy in the league, a tight end in the league, this guy's a supreme athlete.
6'11's big for either of those positions.
Yeah, with arms like that and shoulders like that, absolutely.
But why not? Antonio Gates started the whole thing. Here's Saunders on the left side, foul line extended. Phylon cuts him off and chases him all the way back to the top. Now Saunders around to the right side. Still with the basketball. Throws to Mag on the top. Mag driving, and he got fouled on the floor. He was driving to the hole. Ended up getting hit by Phylon on his way in. And that personal foul will be Phylon's first.
Phylon was lacking discipline on the closeout and let his momentum to go into Mag. And Mag, who's played a lot of basketball, knew he had the advantage and just drove it right into the shifty defender to earn a whistle. Out of bounds under for the Cougars.
Third team foul for Alabama, and Crimson Tide will take an opportunity here to get a substitution. Phylon leaving. Jaron Stevenson returns to the ball game. Inbound for Keita. Back to the top they go, and now Saunders right there for a lay-in on a pretty feed, and a quick one from Yegor Demet.
Miscommunication defensively allows Saunders just to slip right in the mid-post area, catch and finish.
32-30, Alabama by 2. Sears wants another 3. He got another 3. He found his touch just at the right time. Mark Sears has 14 points. Back the other way, Mag driving in traffic, and he traveled. Oh, goodness. There's not time to document everything that's happening out there. Good news is we've reached another timeout on the floor. 7:37 to go here, first half of play. It is Alabama 35, BYU 30. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Saving for retirement was tough enough for us.
Yes, and navigating markets can be challenging at times.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we take a disciplined approach with your investments.
Tell us more about that.
We take an active approach to money management, positioning your portfolio for opportunities we see ahead.
So all your clients get the same portfolio?
No. We tailor your portfolio to your individual goals and needs.
What about communication? We don't like being left in the dark.
We check in regularly to keep you informed on the markets and your portfolio.
Which means you'll help us stay on track.
Yes. Our goal is your comfortable retirement. And as a fiduciary, we always put your interests first. Because we do better when you do better. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Something amazing is happening in workplaces everywhere. Devices are learning how people work and adapting to help them get more done. That's because CDW is modernizing experiences with Dell's intelligent portfolio of devices. Thanks to built-in security and AI capabilities, your teams can work smarter wherever they may be. Dell and CDW. Make amazing happen. Learn more at cdw.com/Dell Client.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the GPS directions first, before driving to the mall.
Turn right at the light. In 1,000 miles, you will reach Montreal.
Not Montreal, the mall.
Recalculating. 6,000 miles to Nepal.
No, the mall.
Checking first is smart.
Recalculating.
So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
35-30, Alabama by 5 with 7:37 to go till halftime. We'll check the schedule of tournament games coming up on Westwood One, sponsored by the 2027 X15 engine from Cummins. Featuring better fuel efficiency, immense power, and backed by 25-plus years of experience, the 2027 X15 is built to rise above the challenges of tomorrow. The X15, forever rising. Still to come here in Newark when this one is done, the other Sweet 16 game between the 4 seed in the East, Arizona, and the number 1 seed in Duke. Jordan, Alabama was 14th in the country in three-pointers per game this year. They had 6 in the first round, 7 in the second round. BYU was 10th. They were the best in the Big 12. They had one game this year where they had 18 made three-pointers. Right now they've got 1.
And they take 29 a game, and right now they've only taken 6. Now, is it because BYU feels like they have the advantage of a vulnerable Alabama interior defense? Or is it Alabama saying, hey, we'll allow you anything inside the arc. We're just not going to let you beat us with 3. So how that chess match plays out will be interesting. But one thing for certain, we talked about BYU gave up 37 points to John Tonje last round. Mark Sears is playing towards 40 in this game, so they better lock in with a red awareness of him offensively.
We come back to play now. Alabama basketball attacking on our left. We're in the home white with the crimson trim.
Back to the hands. Back in that 2-3 zone, partner.
There's Holloway trying to penetrate, kicks back outside. Youngblood a 3, off the rim, no good. Tip rebound belongs to Nell for BYU. Cougars in a traveling black with the blue numerals and lettering. Nell, left side 3, way too strong. The rebound down on the floor. There's a fight for it, and I think they're going to call held ball, even though it never really got held. But the ball's going to belong to Alabama. Third time they've used the possession arrow here in the first half.
Now here's a problem I have with the Nell 3 from the wing. He had Amori defending him at 6'11". You have that quick twitch ability and an advantage with the basketball to get a better look. Get him on his heels, maybe a blow-by drive, settlement of the highest order taking that 3, and you miss badly.
Here comes Sears. Trots it across half court on the far side, setting up a screen. Coming around to the top, nothing there. Back to Youngblood, deep three-pointer, and that one is good. They're not shooting college threes, they're shooting NBA threes. 10 three-pointer made in the game and an 8-point lead for Alabama. Dimon inside, bouncing it off the backboard, the rim, and it falls through for Yegor Dimon.
How about the touch from Dimon? Stops on a dime from 10 feet, kisses it softly off the glass.
Nelson playing catch on the far side of the floor, goes cross-court with a pass for Youngblood. And trying to make the interception on the play was Trevin Nell. He's going to get called for the foul, and he is slow to get up right now.
Nell was going to make a play on the basketball, didn't even see Youngblood, and he caught an elbow directly to the face as he tried to intercept that pass. And kind of surprised BYU's training staff taking so long to get out to him. That was a very serious collision.
Yeah, the officials, Bert Smith standing there, just waved the trainer out. And Nell right now is bleeding from what appears to be his nose, from what we can see, directly onto the floor. So this is going to take a little time right now. That was literally exactly how you called it, partner. He was going for the ball. When he turned his head and didn't get the ball, what he found was an elbow literally right to the face.
And Chris Youngblood is 6'4", 223 pounds of thick muscle. And to collide with him, like Trevin Nell did, I'm glad they're not going to the monitors because it was something at the face, but it was so clear that neither guy was aware the other one was even around. So intent is immediately wiped from this. You just hope Nell's okay, because we got to look at a replay. And boy, that was an ugly collision, that elbow to the face.
He is not raising his head as he stands up. They're applying pressure to his nose, which is where the blood clearly was coming from. They've got a timeout on the court. We'll take one as well. Our score, Alabama 38, BYU 32. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
It's time for basketball, and right now, Uber Eats has deals on Burger King, Buffalo Wild Wings, KFC, and hundreds more local favorites. So you can keep your eyes on the ball and your hands on a burger. Get game day deals now, only on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
Monster.com helps you slam dunk the job search and make your next career move. With great coaching and millions of job openings, Monster.com empowers you to score your next position and win the job hunt. Get off the bench and go to Monster.com today.
Trevin Nell makes his way to the sideline as he has come back out of the game, and Alabama inbounds now with the basketball. It is Sears, head of the circle. Bama by 6, 38-32. Long three-pointer is up and no good for Holloway, and this time the rebound for Saunders in BYU. He hasn't gotten going yet. Driving into the lane, jump stop. Nothing there. Now a backdoor cut for Mag, and Mag had it knocked out of his hands over the end line. They say it last touched Alabama, and BYU's going to keep it.
Mag's refusing to go down and defend. He's saying it's staying here, but the officials have bad news for him.
Jeb Hartness just came in and overruled Tony Padilla, who might have been screened on the play. We're getting a look at the replay, and that ball clearly was out. If it was out, it was off Mag. I'm not sure it ever went over the end line.
I thought it stayed in regulation as well.
So here's Alabama after the turnover. 5:45 to go till halftime. Sears working near side, right-hand dribble. Takes it down now the left side of the lane. Up and under the basket, throws back out. Holloway, long three, missed it badly. Long rebound, covered by Alabama. Diabate gets it to Sears for a three. That's good from the right side. Oh, my goodness. He's got 17 here in the first half. 41-32, biggest lead of the game. And now BYU's going to have to get something going in these final 5 minutes. Alabama's trying to run away from BYU. Dimmitt along the outside, drives into the lane. Got his man in the air beautifully and banks it home. That's a heck of a move.
Dimmitt is so cerebral on his probing dribble drives, and he always keeps the pivot and has an array of head fakes to get that defender in a vulnerable spot to kiss it off the glass.
Alabama wants a three again, and Youngblood nails it from the right corner. It is raining down here in Newark. 12 three-pointers for the Crimson Tide. Dimmitt tries to answer back, and his three-pointer barely touches the net before bouncing over the end line. It goes back to Bama.
Just an incredible shooting display from this Bama team.
The official NCAA ticket exchange, the only NCAA-approved place to buy and sell authentic, 100% guaranteed Final Four tickets with other fans. Visit the official NCAA ticket exchange today at ncaa.com/exchange. Alabama's made more three-pointers in the first half than any team in the tournament to this point, 12 of them. They've got a 10-point lead, and they've got the basketball with 4:25 to go till halftime. Philon up on top. Get it off for Nelson on the near side. Now skip pass back to Philon, right at the top of the circle. For Sears, he wants a three. That one won't go, but the tip follow goes, and they say no, they're waving it off. Nelson thought he had a three-point play opportunity, but he's going to get called for the foul to get the position for the tip-in.
Yeah, Nelson went in there trying to rearrange bodies with his left arm, kind of tugging at one. You almost could have looked at a hook and hold, but he disengaged in enough time for them to not go to the clock. But he seamlessly tipped it in. Problem is the illegal contact with that left arm. Offensive foul on a rebound.
Saunders dribbling around the top of the circle. Nice change of direction. Reverse lay-in is good. That's how Saunders averaged more than 16 points for the year. He's got 10. Back the other way. Now they're closing on three-point shooters, but not Nelson. His three-point shot no good. Saunders a rebound. BYU trying to get some momentum. Cannon catchings now in the game for them. And going to get a reach-in foul. It's going to be on Diabate up at the top of the circle. His first. The ball will go back to BYU when we come back. The Alabama Crimson Tide taking on an entirely different look, which is a team that's looking three-pointer first, and it looks awfully good here in this first half. 3:40 to go, first half of play. It's Alabama 44, BYU 36. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Spring has sprung, and so have the deals at Cold Spring Savings Event. I just got a comfy tee for just $7.99.
Hey, you! Yeah, you! This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Are you checking your bracket during the commercial break like the rest of us? Thanks for chatting it up and enjoying this March Madness live hangout with us. So why not make it official? Hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a live game. We're on a mission to hit 100,000 insiders, and you can help us grow this amazing community of sports fans making a difference. Join the conversation, keep it classy, and we'll see you in the chat. Good luck to your team and your bracket.
More viewings, more. This doesn't even look like the photos. You could finally find one that does match the photos. Then comes the offer. Stress rash? Yep, make that 3. And here's the paperwork. Yep, never-ending paperwork. It's a lot. But you don't have to do it alone. Because there's an agent who's a realtor here to guide and help protect you as you find the home that's right for you. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. Right by you.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with a Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
You can listen to the live stream of every remaining game of both the men's and women's tournaments on the Westwood One Sports app, westwoodonesports.com. Sponsored by Masa Chips, classic tortilla chips fried in 100% grass-fed beef tallow. No seed oils, no fake ingredients, just real crunch. Code MM30 gets you 30% off your first order at masachips.com. Alabama by 8, 44-36. We've got 3:40 to go here till halftime.
It's a simple rule of math. That threes are better than twos. 26 shots taken from Alabama beyond the arc. 31 total shots in the game. Everything but 5 of them coming from there. And they're shooting 46%. BYU's getting 2s. Bama's bombing them with 3s.
Saunders thinks about a 3 of his own as we come back. Missed it badly. Rebound down and ripped off the board by Amori, who is fouled. Foul call goes on Trey Stewart. And Alabama, on Stewart's first foul, will get it back at the 3:27 mark.
There was a belief that the three-point line could define this game. Some people said that's lazy analysis. There's other parts. No. This game is being currently decided by the three-point line. Plus 11 in three-pointers made for Alabama is absolutely the story in the first 17 minutes.
Bylon brings it down, tries an alley-oop, and a foul as Amori tried to dunk that home. He's going to go to the free throw line. And that'll be team foul number 5 for BYU. Both teams with 5, but neither team in the bonuses yet. Cliff Amori's going to shoot 2.
I love the adjustment from Oates and his group coming out of the timeout, understanding they're so hot from 3. Get a pick and roll with your broad-shouldered screener and Amori. They're going to blitz the shooter. That'll allow you as a dive guy to get a look, and that's absolutely what transpires.
Amori's first free throw, first for Alabama tonight, is good. Robinhood Gold gets you 3% boost on annual IRA contributions. The new gold standard is here. Sign up at robinhood.com/gold. Amori from Nigeria moved to New Jersey at age 14 as he hits on the shot. Went to Queen of Peace High School. Who do you know that was baptized at Queen of Peace?
Guy I'm working with.
That's correct.
Hey, what do I win?
Nothing.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is. Alley-oop is overthrown for Keita. That pass turns into the 6th turnover as Dallin Hall just threw it too tall for Keita. That's doing something because he's 6'9" with a big reach.
And for a BYU team that's still shooting very well from the field at 52%, but ice cold from 3, 1 of 9. Turnovers take you further out of a rhythm as those numbers start to plummet even more.
Alabama a chance to take control of this game entirely before halftime as we're under 3 minutes to go. BYU closing quicker now on the three-point line. So taking it inside, Stevenson. Stevenson in the crowd, throws for the 3 up top. And now Bylon into the lane, 5 left to shoot. Trying to throw back out again, they're not letting him. Youngblood picks it up, throws far side, and it's stolen away by Saunders. Coming down 2-on-1. Alley-oop, jammed home by Kenan Catchings. 46-38, back to within 8 points. Sears right back down the floor, runs into a brick wall, no foul call, and the shot never made the rim. Saunders slides it ahead. Catchings wants a 3. It's an air ball. And now you get contact on the rebound and a foul call on Keita.
100% they're going to be going to the monitor on this one from Cada. I believe this was a frustration foul where Cada came across the face of Youngblood. It appeared to me at first glance it was a non-basketball play. They're going to look at this, and this should result in a flagrant. Although, now seeing the replay, Youngblood, too, went at the face of Cada. Cada retaliated by going to the face of Youngblood. It's going to be really interesting how they handle this, but you might see nothing, or you might see a couple flagrants delved out here.
And they were swiping at each other with their eyes, each of them trained on the basketball. So that makes it an even tougher call for the officials who now go over to look this one over. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, your home for the national championships.
College Sports Radio is your home for the NCAA tournament.
For the win, it's good!
Hear reaction all day long on SiriusXM Channel 84 and the SiriusXM app.
Scott Graham, Jordan Cornette here at our Granger broadcast position in Newark. When you need products in a pinch, Granger offers same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. Click Granger.com or stop by for industrial-grade supplies for your business. Now, what they're looking at here in this 46-38 game with Alabama on top is if indeed it was a flagrant foul. That would be excessive in nature, unnecessary contact, but not based on severity. Flagrant 2 is severe and extreme. I don't think you're going to see that here.
Now, I tend to see on a replay a swipe at the basketball and Youngblood inadvertently gets Cada in the face. Well, what I see from Cada, by my estimation, was that was a play that was not at the basketball but coming across the face of Youngblood. Now, I think because it was bang, bang, even looking at the replay, they might say let's play on, given the style of the game, which I would have no problem with. But if anybody's going to be penalized here, I think it'll be Cada.
Oh, we haven't seen, as we said, a lot of fouls called here. You played almost 18 minutes. Neither team is in the bonus. And it has been pretty physical. They have let them play in the first half. We've gotten a lot of looks at it from right under the basket at that contact.
And I just don't feel overcome with emotion that anybody should be penalized. And again, Scott, like you said, this game has been officiated in a way they've let them play. You hate to see the game stopped here and slowed down in the final 2 minutes of what's been a fast first half. I don't think anything's there.
It's going to be a flagrant 1.
The call on the floor has been upgraded to a flagrant 1 foul. White number 8 will shoot 2 free throws. White ball out of bounds end line.
So,
just what I thought. If it was going to go one way, it was going to go on Cada.
So Youngblood's going to go shoot 2, and then Alabama will get the ball back, leading it by 8. Chris Youngblood to the line right now. On the night, 6 points for Youngblood. With what else? A pair of three-pointers. It's a 79% free throw shooter. Takes a long look at it, standing by his lonesome on the basket to our left and drills the free throw. He came into the game 8 for 16 three-point shooting over his last 3 games. He had been one of the guys who'd been hot. Alabama had not been. But they turned it up a notch over the course of the first 12 or so minutes of this game. Youngblood's second is up. That's good. He's got 8. And Alabama with a 10-point lead gets the basketball back. Length of the floor to go with 2:11 left here in the first half.
Scott, 2:11 in the first half certainly seems like an inflection point in this game. With BYU starting to apply some pressure, starting to get momentum, it feels like it might have been shifting. Then you get a flagrant 1 from your big who goes to the bench. You get 2 easy points for Bama to extend this to a double-figure lead. And now they have the basketball looking to build even more.
Holloway steps into a three-pointer from the top, rims out, Catchings down with a rebound, uncontested for BYU. Cougars into the forecourt. It's Saunders, far side. Catchings at 3. That one is short. He's missed both of his three-point attempts. And Alabama down with a rebound. Sears, hesitation, dribble. Look at Amori diving down the lane, jamming it home for Alabama's biggest lead.
Putting Sears in the ball screens puts such a problem posed to BYU defensively. He's so hot for 3, you got to blitz him. That leaves the dive guy, the uber athlete of Amori, wide open for dunk finishes.
And now on a dribble handoff up along the top, Youngblood's going to get called for a foul, hanging on to Richie Saunders. That will be his first and Alabama's 6th. So still no free throws coming from that. An inbound coming with 1:29 left here in the half.
Let me tell you, Scott, you're going to see a healthy dose of ball screens for Sears coming from Amori, because that defense is going to have to blitz Sears. With how red hot he is, time and time again, the dive guy in Amori is going to have dunk finish after dunk finish. Which one is the lesser of two evils? They're going to elect to take away the three, and they're going to be so vulnerable with those twos moving forward in this game. BYU is stuck in a tough position right now.
Trey Stewart back in, keys the inbound, $1:29 go in the half. Dimon up on the top of the circle, lost his footing, nearly the ball, but got it back again, and now on a give and go, he did lose the ball. It bounced up too high on him. Alabama took it away. A 7th turnover for BYU. Back the other way. It's Nelson behind the back with a dribble on the right side. Gets it to Sears. They close on him, so he drives into the paint. Throws through, near side. Driving in, they kick back out again. Sears couldn't handle the pass and has his pocket picked by Saunders. And now Diabate is going to get called for a reach-in foul. That's going to put Saunders on the line for a 1-and-1. That's Diabate's second.
Heck of an effort from Saunders as Sears reaches down to pick up a mishandled basketball at nearly the timeline. Saunders just powers through, takes it away, and keeps a dribble alive to take him going that way. And Alabama, all they can do is foul. Because of that bonus, Saunders has a chance to chip away at this deficit of 12 points with under a minute left with the clock stopped.
He's touching above his left eye. Looks like he took a shot there, which is where he got fouled. But Saunders to the free throw line. He's got 10 points. This is his first trip to the foul line. 1-and-1 opportunity for an 83% shooter. Shot is up. Shot is good. You can hear every remaining moment of the NCAA men's and women's tournament on Alexa. Just ask your device to open Westwood One Sports. You'll be able to listen to all the action wherever you are. That's open Westwood One Sports to listen on Alexa. Saunders hits the second, so we've got a 10-point game again. 50-40 Alabama. Crimson Tide with the basketball, under a minute to play here in the first half. Holloway driving right baseline, trying to throw to the top, throws it away. Dimon got a steal. Jump stop, throw through far side for Stewart. And now the trailer, three-point attempt, no good for Dallin Hall, but another BYU offensive rebound. Hall up on top, leaves it back behind. Here comes Boscovich, and now BYU is going to take it back to the top and reset. Hall feeds it off to Boscovich. 3 left to shoot. He's got to go. Turnaround shot up, no good. Fight for the rebound, and that's going to be a foul call on Saunders. Trying to get that offensive rebound. He took the Alabama player and basically just threw him out of the way like a rag doll. That's going to get you every time.
Yeah, and it's just a frustration play from Saunders, who knows better, a high IQ guy. It was a heck of a block out from Holloway. I mean, he removed him from any ability to get an offensive board, and rather than get back and guard and play for another possession, a frustration move from Saunders, and now Holloway goes to the free throw line to Bill.
BYU is 1 for 12 from beyond the arc. 39% of their points this year have come from three-point land. You're hoping, if you're a BYU fan, that things are going to turn after halftime. Here's Holloway. Free throw is up, and the first end of the 1-and-1 is good. Holloway's got 7, a couple of three-pointers. He's also missed 5 of them. He did help set the tone, though, with 2 long threes early in this game. 20.3 left to go in the half as Holloway spins the basketball, fires, and misses short. And the rebound down to BYU. They can hold for 1 now, down 11, and they're going to take the use it or lose it timeout to set up what they're doing offensively. Timeout on the floor with 17 seconds to go till halftime. Alabama leads it 51-40. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to Spring Savings at AutoZone.
Glad to be here. I need to spring save on an oil change.
Right now, you can get an STP Extended Life Oil Filter with 5 quarts of Mobil 1 Advanced for just $35.99.
What if I need to spring save on a high mileage motor oil?
Our spring savings include Mobil 1 Advanced High Mileage.
And the oil filter?
And the oil filter. All for just $35.99. It's part of Spring Savings at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
What if your limited inventory had unlimited...
Cheers, insiders and basketball fans worldwide. Joe Bowen here, the Hall of Fame voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Thanks for joining us for the SickKids Bracket Mania campaign on TSI, making a real difference in our Toronto community. From Toronto to Tokyo, Sudbury to Singapore, TSI is everywhere. Remember, a portion of every game's revenue goes directly to SickKids Hospital. Check out the live viewer map at torontosportsinsider.com. Let us know where you're watching from. Let's keep growing this global movement.
You heard the man. Go check the link that you see flying through the chat right now. It's also pinned in the description. And let us know where you're watching from and see where the rest of the world's watching from with us tonight. Good luck to your team.
Springfest at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery when you buy a Select Ego trimmer, blower, or mower. Plus, get up to 20% off Select Scott's Turf Builder grass seed. Shop these spring deals and more for all your lawn care needs. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. Excludes Alaska.
Alabama 51, BYU 40, 17.8 left to go in the first half. Check some of the numbers, sponsored by GoodRx. Check GoodRx for simple, smart savings on weight loss medications and other prescriptions at GoodRx.com. BYU's missed their last 10 three-pointers. They're 1 for 12 on the night. They've got 28 points in the paint, but Alabama's got 33 points from three-point range. Hence the 11-point lead for the Crimson Tide.
Worth noting, and it's good for BYU fans listening, Trevin Knell has returned to this game as some sort of, you're better with this one than I, a stuffing of some sort in his nose.
I think you described it perfectly. They have stuffed something in there.
Yeah, to keep that thing so he can get out there and play. Maybe he can activate them as he shoots the best percentage from beyond the arc. Got to imagine Richie Saunders touches the basketball here. He's been a lighthouse in the first half.
Allen Hall walks it across half court. 8 seconds to go in the half. They hand it back off again. Dimon throwing far side. And three-point attempt for Knell is blocked. Alabama down with the basketball. Nelson throws it the length of the floor. No chance there, but a defensive stop and a little bit more momentum for the Crimson Tide as we've reached the end of the first half.
Grant Nelson defending the baseline three. Shades of Hakeem Warwick in 2003, icing the championship for Syracuse from that Mike Lee three-point shot from the wing. What an effort on the three-point line defensively from Alabama. Grant Nelson's effort highly illustrates what they've done on that side. An incredible moment that gives them even more momentum heading to the break, this Alabama Crimson Tide team.
We have reached halftime where our score is Alabama 51, BYU 40. When we return, we're going to head back to our Straight Talk Wireless studios for the halftime report. Need more data so you can stream your Jam Mix on loop? Switch to Straight Talk and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk, available at Walmart or straighttalk.com. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Riley Herbst here from 2311 Racing. Looking for fast fun? Go for a spin at Chumba Casino. Racing's fast, but Chumba takes it up a notch. Nothing beats the rush of those high-speed spins. Big thrills, daily bonus boosts, action-packed games. Chumba's got it all.
TV has all the shows and movies you love streaming for free. Feel the free with all your favorites. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Tracker, The Walking Dead, Defiance, and more. Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5.
The tournament is here. March Madness is here. The craziness is here. Don't forget, hit that like button down below and share this link out so we can get more basketball fans here in the chat, hanging out with us, cheering on your favorite team.
Clayton steals it and lays it in. Clayton a good look. Hit 6.
Check out our new website, www.torontosportsinsider.com, and check out the link that is in the description as well as in the chat that shows where all of the live viewers are watching from. Are you an insider yet? Have you hit that subscribe button? I bet you have now. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for checking out our Bracket Mania campaign. A lot more coming up soon.
What a great scene this is.
Stunning. Absolutely stunning. Hey, you. Yeah, you. This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Thanks for chatting it up and enjoying this March Madness live hangout with us.
How can you block it out and focus on what's right in front of you? And so we've had a saying, just finish what's right in front of you. And that can mean the next game, that can mean the next possession. Just finish what's right in front of you, and then the next opportunity will be there, and then you attack the next opportunity. So for us, really being locked in on each moment, each opportunity, and then you do it again. And then hopefully you do that 6 times, and you got a special thing going.
A tremendous talent, Cooper Flagg, goes without saying. A sublime season. He's still got more in front of him, and a ton after that on the collegiate level in front of him. For those that aren't behind closed doors with you guys, we see the incredible talent on the floor. What has surprised you most about this transcendental talent?
You know what? I think the thing that surprised me the most about Cooper, he's got incredible energy. You know, like when you're in a room with him, he was, well, I'll take a step back. In the recruiting process, he hardly spoke. You know, you're wondering, what is this guy thinking? And he's could be a poker player, you know. And then he gets to us in his leadership right away, Jordan. You know, he's has amazing energy, always picking up his teammates, knows when to say things, how to say them, to really pick up everybody else around him. And that, to me, is a special quality that you have to have great feel for and compassion to understand those things.
You look back to that matchup where you guys made a strong statement, and what wasn't even your best game in late November, going out there to Arizona and knocking them off. A rematch tonight. You guys aren't the same teams. My question to you is, Coach, how are you guys different? How have you evolved from that win on the road in late November, which seems like so long ago?
Yeah, it does seem like a long time ago. I think personnel-wise, Sion has emerged as a really key guy for us. Pat Gongba didn't even play in that game. Isaiah did not play in that game. So I think that's the first thing. And then just I'm watching it back, man, how slow we were playing. You know, I just felt like we were moving in mud that game. And I'm sure Tommy would say the same for his guys. And so I think we have such a better we're way more connected on offense. I think defensively we have our habits a lot better, but along those lines, they're better on both ends too. So I think both teams are different, but the thing that's similar is 2 really proud programs. Both expect to win. Both are tough and physical, and it's going to be a great game.
Coach John Shire, big one here with a berth to the Elite Eight on the line. Coach, thanks for joining us. Best of luck this evening.
Jordan, thank you.
Halftime game 1 in Newark. Alabama leads BYU 51-40. Coming up, we'll check in on Florida and Maryland. The Terps have come to play out in San Francisco. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Pro Savings Days are back at Lowe's with limited time savings on the supplies pros need. Get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save an additional $100 on every $1,000 you spend on select major appliances. And don't miss your chance to activate and earn 3 times the points on select DeWalt and Klein tools. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 3/28. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See associate or Lowe's.com for more details on qualifying items.
Brad Heller with you in our Westwood One studios. Alabama, the 2 seed in the East, leading the 6 seed BYU 51-40 at halftime. Let's check the tournament scoreboard, sponsored by MaintainX. MaintainX is the asset and maintenance app that brings your unplanned downtime to zero. Try for free at maintainx.com/MVP. That's maintain and the letter x.com/MVP. West Regional semifinals, the 1 seed Florida, the 4 seed Maryland. The Gators, an 11-0 run to take an 11-point lead, but Maryland has bounced right back.
Maryland ball out of the timeout. Here's Queen. Lob it over to Gillespie, high on the right side. Gillespie holds the ball, dribbling left, step back beyond the three-point arc. He'll launch a 3, top of the key, splashed it in. The third 3 for Jacoby Gillespie. He's got 11 in the first half, 24-22 Florida.
Ryan Radke on the call. Gillespie has 13, and Florida's actually gone back in front, 31-30. They're at the 4-minute timeout in the first half. You can hear it on the Westwood One Sports app, also on all Alexa-enabled devices. One injury note for Florida: Alex Condon rolled his ankle in that first half, hobbled on the court. No word if he's going to return. All that speculation around Maryland head coach Kevin Willard about his future, but so far the Terps have come to play a 1-point game. Gators up 1, 31-30 at the 4-minute mark in the first half. Game number 2 in San Francisco. It's going to be the 3 seed Texas Tech and the 10 seed Arkansas. John Calipari's Razorbacks certainly relishing the underdog role.
It's going to be a really hard game for us. But you know what? My kids, they've come through the fire. My guess is, other than a fan of Arkansas, no one's picking us to win the game. But the great news in this tournament, you got to play the games. You got to play them. You know, I'll tell the kids I'm going to do my best for 40 minutes to give you everything I have. Sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes I'm not as good, but we'll see.
Of course, Boogie Fland returning for Arkansas, coming off the thumb surgery, returned in the first 2 rounds. And then even better news for the Razorbacks, Adu Thero, their leading scorer, expected back tonight. He's missed the last 8 games because of a knee injury. Arkansas and Texas Tech, that is game number 2, the 3 seed and the 10 seed out in the West region. Of course, you heard from John Shire earlier in this halftime, Duke and Arizona, game number 2 in Newark. Game number 1 at the half, Mark Sears, 17 points. Alabama up on BYU, 51-40. We'll take a break. Scott Graham and Jordan Cornette, they'll be back with you on the other side from the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network. This is the men's basketball tournament.
Riley Herbst here from 2311 Racing. Looking for fast fun? Go for a spin at Chumba Casino. Racing's fast, but Chumba takes it up a notch. Nothing beats the rush of those high-speed spins. Big thrills, daily bonus boosts, action-packed games. Chumba's got it all to keep you in the fast lane. Ready to race? Let's Chumba. Pit stop at ChumbaCasino.com and play today.
Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Traveling in basketball? Bad move. Traveling the world? Great move. Wherever the road takes you, Best Western is your place to take a time out and catch your breath. Because every team needs a place to regroup. Life's a trip. Make the most of it at Best Western. Book direct and save at bestwestern.com.
There's nothing more defeating than a bracket.
What's up, insiders? Thanks for hanging out with us. And if you're new here, basketball fans, welcome. Thanks for becoming an insider and hitting that subscribe button. Turning on that bell so you don't miss it when we go live for every single game of March Madness. We did 53 games in 4 days, raising money for SickKids Hospital in Toronto as part of our Bracket Mania campaign. Just by being here, you're making a difference. And with that, I ask you to please continue making that awesome difference by sharing this link out and getting it out to the world. The more people that click on the link that you share, the more YouTube will find more and more basketball fans from all over the world to come hang out with us. Thank you for doing that. We'll see you back in the chat, and go Gators!
Carfax.com.
Download the all-new Westwood One Sports app. Catch every remaining minute of the men's and women's tournaments anytime, anywhere. And be sure, keep the app on your mobile device year-round as we bring you primetime NFL action next fall. Get the Westwood One Sports app today for iOS and Android. 51-40 Alabama on top. People know that we do a lot of preparing for these games, and I got to tell you, with the exception of the speed of the game, there's a lot of things that happened in that first half I was not expecting.
I did not expect BYU to be that cold from three. I did not expect BYU to abandon the three in totality for long stretches of this game. I expected Mark Sears to get hot. I didn't expect him to be that red hot and it become infectious with this team from beyond the arc. I mean, this group, we know the three-point line's an identity, but they are hitting highly contested threes. I can't imagine that could continue for an entire second half as well.
You played a lot of basketball in your lifetime. Put yourself in BYU's locker room in that halftime period. Are they talking about changing what they're doing or saying, you know what, we're going to do what we do, eventually it'll start to fall?
Yeah, I think the coach is reinstilling in those guys, hey, we're an offensive juggernaut ourselves. Let's hunt some of these threes, make them respect us, so then we can be in pursuit of easier twos. On top of that, a sense of urgency with the three-point line. It's not the college three, it's the NBA length, getting out and being a little bit more red with your awareness of shooters.
Alabama ran out in this game, and then BYU took a 5-point lead. That seemed like a distant memory. Crimson Tide leading the first half by as many as 12. They lead it at the break right now by 11 with 20 minutes of basketball left to go. Our halftime score, Alabama 51, BYU 40. Up next, we'll have the start of the second half when we return. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Ball above all. Am I right, y'all? Any questions?
Professor, NCAA Division I women's basketball is back. Are we ready?
You prepared to get loud? Rep your squad? Get your players hyped up to go all the way to the ship? Oh, you're ready. March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/WBB tickets.
What if your business could see beyond what is and into what can be? What if you could create more impact in every decision? What if you had a partner as visionary as you are? With Bank of America, you get access to our trusted experts, real-time insights, and digital tools. So whether you run a local shop or a global enterprise, you're backed by business solutions to make every move matter. What would you like the power to do? Find out how at bankofamerica.com/banking for business. Bank of America is proud to be the official bank sponsor of FIFA World Cup 2026.
Empower.
Jen has ordered a decadent seafood tower, king crab legs, lobster tails, and a waterfall of caviar. Pricey? You bet. But Jen worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy and planned for splurges like these. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Ooh, champagne. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. OMG, those shrimps are really jumbo.
Westwood One presents Great Moments in Tournament History.
March 19, 1981, a Sweet 16 matchup between BYU and Notre Dame that went down to the wire. With BYU trailing 50-49 with 9 seconds left, Cougar guard Danny Ainge made a mad dash that signaled the beginning of the modern era of March Madness.
I really anticipated that they were going to trap me and take the ball out of my hands, and that I was going to have to push the ball up the court as quick as I could and try to find the first open shooter that I had. That's what was going through my mind. And as I just dribbled up the court, I was just able to find seams and, get all the way to the rim and make the shot.
With 2 ticks left on the clock to give BYU the victory, Danny Ainge's drive to the basket. Another great moment in tournament history. I'm Kevin Kugler.
1981, the only modern era Elite Eight appearance for BYU. They also got there in 1951. That's where they're trying to go tonight, but they've got some ground to make up. Here at halftime, 51-40, Alabama, the number 2 seed in the East, with the lead over the 6 seed BYU. Let's check the halftime stats, sponsored by Barbasol. Feeling great starts with a great shave. Great shaves start with Barbasol shaving cream. For whatever your day brings, choose Barbasol. It's a can of can-do. Alabama took 27 of their 34 shots from three-point land in the first half. They hit on 12 of them. They made 17 field goals and had 14 assists. And the guy who led the way is the guy that they hoped would be leading the way. Mark Sears, 5 threes, 17 points, and 5 assists in the first half. On the other side, BYU missed their last 5. They were 1 for 13 from 3, missed their last 11 threes. They had an advantage points in the paint, 28-8. The partner, they are staring at the wrong end of a 51-40 score.
And this BYU team needs to get back to their identity, and being dangerous from that three-point line is part of what allows them to be an offense that plays with a freedom. And if you're starting to worry about that shot and then you're a little bit more deliberate in your action, well, that's not how they win games. This group has to get back to being a freedom of movement, space you out, ball doesn't stick, take whatever look comes. A lot of possessions. They need to get back to being a confident offensive group.
And as these things all come around full circle and everything comes together, it's time for the second half keys. Sponsored by Wago. Trust your game, trust your wiring with Wago electrical connectors. Gear up at wago.com/hoops for your next electrical project.
I'll start with the team trailing by 11 points. That's BYU, and it's in a defensive key. And obviously defend the three-point line, but I think they should sell out on Sears. Try and switch everything, blitz Sears, make somebody else beat you. He's the hottest from 3. He's hit those 5 triples at this point. He's 6 of 9 with 17 points. Let's see if the others can do it. Throw everything at him defensively. Meanwhile, for this Alabama group, I'd like to see them engage time and time again until they never get bored with it. A Sears Amori pick-and-roll sequence where you make this group have to pick the lesser of the two evils. Are we going to give up the 3 to Sears? Or are we going to allow Amori to be a dive guy that keeps dunking and putting on a show here in this arena this evening?
If you're Alabama, just don't take your foot off the gas, right?
Yeah, the question for me now, though, is, Scott, can you stay this hot? There's hot, and then there's absurdly hot. They're absurdly hot. Will the percentages come back down, or will we see an all-time shooting performance here this evening?
Alabama 23-2 when leading at halftime, trying to make it back to the Elite Eight for a second straight year and the third time in program history. As they break the huddle, it's time for the start of the second half, sponsored by Indeed.com. You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Start at Indeed.com/credit. Alabama, the number 2 seed in the East, in the home white with the crimson trim, crimson lettering and numerals. BYU in their alternate black traveling uniforms with royal blue numbers and letters trimmed in white. Cougars have the ball first, going from our right to our left. 20 minutes of basketball left to go to find out who's going to the Elite Eight. Dimon up on top, holding it for BYU. Comes around a couple of screens. Not much there on the left side. Throws through the lane. Driving, dishing, and you're going to get a block shot. Wow, Cade's shot was blocked by Amori. It looked like he had an easy drop-in. Cade wants a goaltending call, but the officials say, nope, he got it on the way up.
We're going to get another replay of it, and I think it might have been the cylinder may have been what comes into play there. The fact that it was over the cylinder, did it get up and over in time? Not the fact that the ball was still going up.
As it stands, it's Alabama basketball, and no call on the play from the officials. Here come the Crimson Tide. Phylon up on top, the freshman, left to the top of the circle. Hands for Nelson, and now to Sears. Sears getting chased, dishes for Phylon on the left side. Driving into the paint, kicks back through to the near side. Nelson finds Sears up top, fake a three, take to the foul line. Now back to Youngblood, 5 left to shoot. They got to let it go. Sears from another county comes up short, but Youngblood got the rebound. And now Youngblood gets a return pass, firing for Nelson on the left side. His alley-oop is a miss. Amori jumped too quick and couldn't dunk it. Back the other way, Mag driving, kicks back outside. They throw for the left corner, and Nell buries a three. What are the officials looking at right now? They're looking at a foul call on Nell after the shot. Oh, it's a technical foul after the made three. A technical foul on Trevin Nell.
Come on.
He either said something or he made a gesture, and apparently Tony Padilla didn't like it. Sears on the technical foul makes the first.
I think it's just for throwing up the three. Oh, a little talk.
He taunted. Second one is good for Sears. Just when BYU is trying to get a little bit of momentum, it falls right back again into the hands of Alabama.
I hate that. There's got to be some emotion allowed in the game.
Now BYU is going to show some full court pressure now. You got the feeling looking at their bench that was going to be something that ignited them. The good ball movement, the made three.
I looked at you like, here comes the game. The three-point line, that ball movement, they got to stop. Here comes BYU.
Phylon driving, and a blocking foul is called on the same man. Trevin Nell thought he was set. He's got a big smile on his face, but he's not a happy man.
Phylon coming full steam of gas. I thought that Nell was in position to take a charge here.
He moved his feet very quickly and squared up.
Got the shoulder. I mean, he met a square chest with the defender in superb position defensively.
That's going to be 3 fouls now on him, but an interception on the rebound, and they slide it ahead for Saunders, who jams it home. Alabama trying to run right back again. And BYU gets back defensively. Now Amori driving, his shot no good, and another blocking foul on BYU. This one will be on Dimmitt.
Tell you, I'm a neutral guy. I feel like there's been 3 calls in a sequence that have gone unfairly against this BYU team. I thought again, as the dive guy on Amori, defender was in position to take the charge. Oh no, Dimmitt left his feet. That's where the charge came in.
Yep.
But there was an arm bar in the elevation of Amori to create a separation where you could maybe go charge. But leaving his feet makes him vulnerable and susceptible to the whistle.
So Amori's going to get a 2-shot foul out of this. The big man bends his knees, fires, and makes the first. You can hear every remaining moment of the NCAA men's and women's tournament on Alexa. Just ask your device to open Westwood One Sports. You'll be able to listen to all the action wherever you are. That's Open Westwood One Sports to listen on Alexa. Second one for Amori is good. Good foul shooter for a big man. 4 out of 4 from the line tonight. Alabama 55, BYU 45, 18:28 to go. Dimmitt driving, nobody got him. Left side lay and is good. Defensive breakdown from Alabama. Back the other way. Now they're coming out and not allowing Holloway to cut across the top of the circle. Here comes a double team. They're trapping him on the sideline. He gets it back out to Sears. Sears out of the circle for Youngblood. Right to the top of the circle. Missed on a 3. Long tip rebound for Sears. His three-pointer is good. That's 6 in the game for Sears. Tying his season high 3-point jumpers. Dimmitt comes back, tries a 3. That's no good for BYU. And the rebound ripped down with authority by Grant Nelson. Alabama a chance for their biggest lead of the game. Sears picks up the dribble, gets to Nelson, back to Sears, and now he'll drive down the lane. And an alley-oop is jammed home by Amori. Biggest lead for Alabama. They're up 13.
Sears is just drawing a double team every time, and once he does, there's an advantage in numbers. Ball moves, ends up in a dunk finish. The attention defensively he commands is problematic for the BYU defense.
Dimon got a little bit of a shoulder from Youngblood, and he's called for the foul, and he has disbelief on his face with a foul call, his second. I'm sorry, son. You don't get to clap your hands and laugh that foul off after what happened to BYU 3 sequences in a row. Officials tightening it up here in the first 2.5 minutes of the second half. Cada takes the inbound for BYU, hands it off for Saunders. Saunders left of the lane, running one-hander up, in and out. Rebound tapped and controlled by Amori. Here comes Alabama. Up ahead, Nelson driving into the lane, tried to Euro step, lost the basketball. And Cada rips it up off the floor. Here come the Cougars back the other way. Sears trying to get in the way of a fast break, is going to get called for a reach-in foul. His first.
Nelson took that too deep in transition into the teeth of the defense to the point of no return where there's active hands. Forced that turnover upon himself. Needed to pull into a retreat dribble, work the basketball from one side to the other and get another quality look.
Check that. That's number 2 on Sears. Cada shoveling back for Saunders, and the ball stolen away by Holloway. Behind the back pass, Sears a 3. Got it! 7 3-pointers for Mark Sears, and BYU needs a timeout. They look up, and they realize they are now down 16 points.
Mark Sears just made eye contact with me. I don't know why it was me on the sidelines, but he stared through my soul. This guy is having a night of all nights when it matters most for his Crimson Tide. Absolutely electric.
Leading active scorer in NCAA basketball, the leading active scorer in the NCAA tournament, is putting on a show. Got a timeout on the court, sponsored by Progressive Insurance. You can save big when you bundle your auto, home, motorcycle, RV, or boat. Visit Progressive.com. Alabama 63, BYU 47, with 16:48 left to go. From the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the Men's Basketball Tournament.
People always ask me, Guy, why are you so confident? And I tell them,
Cheers, Insiders! Thanks so much for hanging out with us today during our SickKids Hospital and Toronto Sports Insider Bracket Mania campaign for the madness! Joe, please tell everybody in the chat more about our SickKids Hospital campaign.
Hey, Insiders! First and foremost, Mike and Allison want to thank you for being part of this amazing community. With March Madness in full swing, we need your help. This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs. The TSI Bracket Mania campaign is raising money for SickKids Hospital in Toronto. Through the Final Four, a portion of the proceeds from every single game goes directly to SickKids. Click the pinned link in the chat or to the description to donate. Every bit helps. Can't donate? No problem. Just share the campaign with your friends or on social media to help make a huge impact. Click the link and holy Mackinac, let's help heal the future today.
Points on select DeWalt and Klein tools. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 3/28. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See Associate or Lowe's.com for more details on qualifying items.
Riley Herbst here from 2311 Racing. Looking for fast fun? Go for a spin at Chumba Casino. Racing's fast, but Chumba takes it up a notch. Nothing beats the rush of those high-speed spins. Big thrills, daily bonus boosts, action-packed games. Chumba's got it all to keep you in the fast lane. Ready to race? Let's Chumba. Pit stop at ChumbaCasino.com and play today.
Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Let's check the attendance tonight, sponsored by Uber Eats. Uber Eats is delivering game day deals from hundreds of your local favorites all week. Order now on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details. 19,068 in attendance here in Newark. And they were watching a memorable performance from Mark Sears. He's got 25 points, including 7 for 10 from three-point range. And Alabama enjoying their biggest lead of the game, 63-47 with 16:48 left to play.
Scott, you know what I love about that latest three, that seventh one from Sears, is in transition. Holloway draws the defenders in the initial thrust. Had an awareness of where Sears was because he knows he's a hot hand, leaves the basketball for him to get a wide open look. His teammates are seeking him out to ride him the final 16 minutes of this game.
BYU's got an uphill climb now. They get the ball on the inside to Saunders. He's in the lane, spinning over Sears. Shot up and good. Got a size advantage there, and he used it with the left hand. He's got 16.
Sears stayed patient and cerebral with the pivot until he got an angle that he liked to go with the offhand off the glass.
Boy, they are running with Sears, and they are banging him around. No foul call. And now Holloway tripped on his way to the baseline. And that's going to be a foul call on BYU. Richie Saunders gets called for the personal, his second. And Alabama will inbound from right in front of their bench. Their head coach, Nate Oates. Got them all the way to the Final Four last year. Told them this week, they haven't done anything yet. You won a couple of games. We got a lot more to do. They're doing it tonight. Youngblood, three from the right, too strong. Tip rebound controlled by Nelson for Alabama. Back to Sears, bounces for Nelson. Nelson wasn't ready for it, and it's picked up off the floor by BYU. Nell finds the trailer, driving shot. Good for Dimon, and the foul. Count the bucket. Holloway called for the personal and a chance for a three-point play for BYU.
Well, the footwork from Dimon to catch that bounce pass in traffic. Prevent himself from traveling, almost a Euro step of sorts to catch it seamlessly, lay it in through contact and finish.
Call it a Soviet step.
I like that.
Timeout on the floor with 15:59 left to go in the ball game. Alabama 63, BYU 51. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed Sponsored Jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed Sponsored Jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
This is the story of the one. He's responsible for keeping a leading healthcare facility clean and safe. And he trusts Grainger's high-quality HVAC cleaning and safety products, combined with their world-class supply chain, to consistently deliver, ensuring he's covered inside and out, so he can focus on keeping his facility clean to help protect the health of everyone inside. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Pluto TV has all the shows and movies you love streaming for free. Feel the free with all your favorites. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Tracker, The Walking Dead, Defiance, and more. Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.
So, your small business is outgrowing your garage. You could go online, find a space, and get catfished. Or you could work with an agent who's a realtor, here to guide and help protect you from the surprises you didn't see coming. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. Right by you.
Duke fans have filled in. Let's check the tournament summary, sponsored by Marriott Bonvoy. Take your game day rituals on the road with Marriott Bonvoy. Over 30 hotel brands for every kind of fan. Explore more at MarriottBonvoy.com/NCAA. Previous low for teams, or conferences, I should say, represented in the Sweet 16 had been 7. This year, it's 4. Why? There are 7 SEC teams in the Sweet 16. You should know there has never been an Elite 8 with 5 teams from the same conference, but that's a possibility. Yegor Dimon hits on a free throw to cap off a 3-point play. BYU trying to get within that SEC team's margin. But right now, Alabama with an 11-point lead, 63-52, 15:50 left to play here in Newark. Crimson Tide go to work. On the outside, Holloway thought about a 3, now drops it down low. Amori, kick to the top, Sears. Logo 3-pointer, that shot no good. Tip rebound controlled by BYU. Falls into the hands of Keita. And now back again, here comes Saunders. Saunders driving into the lane, in traffic, 2 men on him. Gets it to Nell. Shot fake on the 3. He'll drive to the hoop, and he is fouled by Nelson on his way to the basket. Grant Nelson picks up foul number 2 with the trip.
An efficient use of the head fake from Nell to get Nelson on his toes and vulnerable to attack the blow-by when Nelson's beat. All he could do was foul.
Diabate checks into the ball game along with Stevenson as Nelson and Amori take a seat for Alabama. Youngblood also back out of the game, and Aiden Sherrill is checked in. Inbound from the baseline, far side for BYU. Comes into Dimon. Right side. Nell wants a 3. Shot no good. Fight for the rebound and a foul call on the rebound. Who are they going to give this one to? It's going to be Holloway. That'll be his second. The good news for Alabama is it wasn't Diabate. It would have been his third.
Great out-of-bounds play drawn up from Coach Young and his group to get Nell a look coming out the curl screen on that right wing. It just really exemplifies the struggles from the three-point line. They are now getting those looks. Ones that typically fall just aren't right now as it's starting to really metastasize those struggles beyond the arc.
Metastasize.
Does that work?
It works. It's a Notre Dame word. Off the inbound, Saunders lost the ball, but Dimon picks it up. He drives and thought he got fouled, did not. And now
it hit beyond the backboard there.
Catches the ball after it hit. According to the official, they're checking to see if the ball touched the back or underside, the back underside of the backboard.
And it did, but the fact that it was deflected by the defense means that ball goes back to BYU out of bounds under.
And it means they've got 10 seconds left to shoot as they inbound from the near side baseline. Dimon tees the inbound. Trying to find his man. Gets it to Saunders. Closely guarded by Holloway. 5 seconds to shoot. Still with the dribble. Takes it down to the left baseline. He is stumbling on his way. He's going to get a foul call. And I believe that's going to be on Diabate.
Saunders plays so hard. Even on his dribble drives, they are harder than most. Just applying pressure to Diabate, who becomes a perimeter defender, because that was head down, drive it to the goal on Saunders. That aggression put pressure on the official to blow the whistle.
Number 2 on Diabate. I was almost Chris Berman there, bumbling, rumbling, stumbling.
It really felt like it did.
Yep. Off the inbound, Trevin Nell driving through the lane, kicks off far side, Dimon a 3, and he got it. That's an 8-0 BYU run. Don't look now, we've got an 8-point ball game. Alabama brings it across, and the crowd that is always rooting for the upset is perking up here in Newark. Stevenson, left corner, throws and bounces back out to Holloway. He tries a 3, and it's good. He waited, he was set, and he drilled it. He's got 10. 66-55. Dimon, who's controlling this offense right now, tries to throw a looping pass inside, and it's stolen away by Alabama. Crimson Tide into the forecourt. Sears, another logo 3. That shot no good. And the rebound finally comes down into the hands of Trevin Nell for BYU. He leaves it back behind. Dimon shot fake on the 3. Drive into the lane. His shot. Good to the foul. That's a pro move right there, right around Sherrill. And Yegor Dimon, who's got 10 already this half, has a chance at a 3-point play.
Yegor Dimon just so good with utilizing his length on drives and his footwork to make for what appears to be an awkward delivery, but gets what he wants on the drive every time. When he lacks in athleticism, he has it in creativity and savviness below the rim.
So Dimmon's going to go to the line. 14 points, 4 assists on the night. Trying to keep his team almost single-handedly early in the second half in this game. 69% free throw shooter, fires and hits. 66-58, 8-point ball game. Alabama with the lead in the ball. Holloway driving, and he got a foul call. Saunders reached in to try to stop his drive, and Richie Saunders gets his third. Scott Graham, Jordan Cornette here at our Grainger broadcast position in Newark. Keep your team moving forward with Grainger. With over 1 million industrial-grade products, Grainger can help your business get a leg up. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Holloway at the line now to shoot 2. First one on the way, and it's good as it rattles home. Double-figure scorer in 22 games coming in, now make it 23. For the sophomore, the transfer from Auburn. Who goes from Auburn to Alabama? Next one is good. 10-point ball game, Alabama on top.
The guy who's getting paid would be the answer, Scott.
Different world.
Yeah. No allegiances anymore in this thing.
Baker for BYU, right elbow, picks up the dribble, gets it off to Mag. Mag into the lane. It looked like he lost his footing on his own, but instead, there's going to be a foul call on Mark Sears.
We're starting to get a lot of these whistles now. We were devoid of him for the lion's share of that first half. Starting to play catch-up here now with the whistle in the second half.
That's not a foul.
He lost his footing, right?
Yep. He just stumbled to the ground, and Sears gets called for his third. But more importantly, check this out. 8 fouls on Alabama now, with 13:35 left to go in the game.
And it's a great position to be in for BYU, to be able to add points with the stop clock. Can they stop the three-point shot, and can they get over the hump of an 8-point deficit?
First 20 minutes, Alabama had 7 fouls called, 8 here in 6.5 minutes in the second half. Mag missed the front end of the 1-and-1. Scramble for the loose ball off the rebound, and Baker picks it off the floor for BYU. They get another shot at it. Dimon back to work, left elbow. Gets it to Mag, right side 3. Got it! 3 is better than 1. We got a 7-point game. BYU will not go quietly. Holloway, step left, 3-pointer, got it! The return shot for Aiden Holloway. And now, sliding it up ahead, Saunders air-mailed a pass to Mag and throws it away. They were trying to break, and he threw the ball away.
Just incredible composure from this Alabama team, Scott. At every point, this crowd is begging to get into this game. It gets to 7, and for the 5th time in this game, a pressure point, and Alabama has a response. And a lot of times it has been Holloway, the perfect counter to what Mark Sears has provided for this group all night.
Kind of what they did in Cleveland last week in both of their games against Robert Morris in New Mexico. And they're doing it again right here, leading it by 10. Stevenson, right side, foul line extended near the 3-point line, finds Holloway, turnaround 3 from the top is no good, but the rebound down, and Omori got it and got fouled on the way back up. Trey Stewart called for the reach-in, and Cliff Omori, who's hit all 4 of his free throws tonight, is going to go to the line for 2 more. The big man who played at Rutgers hits on the first. Be a VIP at the men's Final Four in San Antonio with the NCAA Experience official ticket and hospitality packages. Official NCAA hospitality includes live entertainment, upscale food stations and beverages, appearances by NCAA legends, and much more. To be VIP at the men's Final Four in San Antonio, visit ncaa.com/VIP. Morey hits the second. 73-61, 12-point ball game. 12.5 left to play. Hall the other way, tries a 3. That shot no good. Long rebound tapped. Baker covers for BYU. Here's Stewart driving and dishing in the lane. Nowhere to go for Traore. Kicks back out. 3-pointer and a wild one misses for Dimon. And the rebound to Aiden Holloway, the smallest guy on the floor. Holloway throws through far side. It's Stevenson cutting his way into the basket. His shot is good. Big-time first step by Jaron Stevenson. Back up to a 14-point game. 7-0 run for Alabama. And Baker driving down right of the lane. There'll be a touch foul called here on Omori, and that is going to bring us to a timeout on the floor. Big man gets his first, but each time BYU has tried to answer, Alabama has found something. 11:58 left to go in this game. The winner going to the Elite Eight. It's Alabama 75, BYU 61. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group. And I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney. And the truth is, I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney or if I look like an attorney, I'll apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. At Wesley, we've helped over 40,000 families cancel their timeshare without me being an attorney. And I want to share with you how we do it. Just give my office a call, and you will not talk to an attorney. And I guarantee if we take you as a client, we'll get you out of your timeshare, or you'll pay nothing.
Call now for your free timeshare exit info kit. 800-838-8822. That's 800-838-8822. 800-838-8822.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed Sponsored Jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed Sponsored Jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Whether you're shaping up a small yard or tackling serious acreage, Steel walk-behind zero-turn and stand-on mowers are built to get the job done. Shop online or at your local Steel dealer. Steel, let's go mow. Available at participating dealers.
Brad Heller back in our Westwood One studios. Time now for a tournament bracket update sponsored by Green Gobbler. Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. It's bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and it works. Green Gobbler, let the gobbler get it. Florida, despite 14 turnovers, still leads Maryland 50-42 with 16 minutes left to go in San Francisco. You can hear that one on the Westwood One Sports app and WestwoodOneSports.com. Duke, Arizona, Texas Tech, Arkansas, still to come tonight in the Sweet 16. Let's get you back to Newark. Scott Graham and Jordan Cornette.
Alabama's 2-9 all-time in this Sweet 16 round, including an 0-4 record when they're the higher-seeded team. What's the remedy for that? Make 16 threes. They've got a 14-point lead now with 11:58 to go. 75-61. And Dawson Baker at the line for BYU, shooting 2. First one is good.
Let me tell you, Scott, you show me a stat sheet that says you're plus 26 points in the paint. I'm probably thinking you're winning the game. But back to your stat about the three-point line, and you go, oh, so that's why Alabama's in firm control.
Baker's second is good. 75-63, 12-point ball game. And now a foul in the backcourt on Stewart. Wow, they are really calling this tight. Stewart called for bumping into or reaching on Phylon. That is the team's 7th foul. So get ready for free throws. We're going to see a lot of them the rest of the way. Alabama's got 9 fouls. BYU's got 7. And we've got almost 12 minutes left to play. For Baron Phylon, a freshman, starting with a bunch of grad students around him. Run into the 1-and-1 is good. We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, your home for the national championships.
Yo, it's Jacob Hester from Off Campus on College Sports Radio. For full breakdowns of this game and more, tune in weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. Eastern on Channel 84 or anytime on the SiriusXM app.
Phylon hits the second, 77-63, Alabama by 14. Here's Dallin Hall on the outside. Uses a screen, takes it to the foul line, hesitation dribble, pull-up jumper, missed the rim, and the rebound picked off the floor by Grant Nelson for Alabama. Crimson Tide trying to keep the pressure on. Phylon, left side, leaves for Nelson, back to Phylon, step back three-pointer is no good, and the rebound taken down by Nelson. Out to Holloway, a three. That's good! Biggest lead of the game for Alabama, they're up 17. And that's the same number as the number of threes they've made. Baker squares in the lane and hits for two. But right now it's a long roar into the wind for BYU. Phylon down the floor, bounces for Nelson, thought about a three, driving in the lane, shot up, no good. Tip rebound controlled by Baker for BYU. Cougars are running out of time. And there's still 10:49 left to play in the game. Problem is Alabama looks to be zeroed in on 100 points tonight. Holloway going to get called for a foul as Dallin Hall was dribbling on the right side.
The problem is, it's great you're getting to the free throw line. It's great that you're driving the basketball. But you are continually trading twos for threes. And on top of that, if you're lucky enough to generate a stop, Alabama is now offensive rebounding, resetting, and getting another look. And with how hot they are, there's no way they're missing with the second opportunity to go at it.
Hall's first free throw is good. The Jeep Celebration event is your chance to start a brand new adventure. Hurry in for an exceptional offer on Jeep's Go Anywhere, Do Anything SUVs and let the ride of a lifetime begin.
Put it to you like this. They are getting just haymakers thrown at them from Alabama's offense. And BYU's come with a little body shot just to try and wear them down. It's not going to work.
Hall hit the second 13-point game. Been a long time since BYU was even close in this ball game. Every time they tried to inch in, Alabama threw one of those haymakers. Here's Nelson driving to the foul line for the Crimson Tide. Kicks to the corner for Youngblood. Back to Nelson up top. Trying to hand it off for Youngblood. It's not there, so he hands behind for Sears. Sears cross court. And the three-pointer is good for Youngblood. It doesn't stop. 18 three-pointers on the night for Alabama.
At 45% shooting. It's incredible.
Hall got his man in the air and used a little bit of craftiness to lean into Amori. He got fouled. The shot was no good. But that's going to be a two-shot foul coming for BYU. But back to your point, partner. Keep trading threes for twos. You're going to lose by 25.
This is bringing a knife to a gunfight. This is bringing a stapler to a gunfight. I mean, you're not inflicting any pain to the opposition with what they are continually coming across the timeline and doing to your defense.
Love an Untouchables reference when you can just slide it in like that.
Yeah, we're movie guys.
First shot for Hall is no good. Sean Connery was so good in that movie.
Rest in peace to a king.
Alabama is zeroing in on an NCAA record for most three-pointers as a team in a game. They're 3 away from the record. Hall's next shot is good. They've got 18. Loyola Marymount had 21 against Michigan in 1990. Jeff Fryer had 11 of those, and that's the individual record for threes in a game.
By the way, not lost upon me, you mentioning Sean Connery while we're playing basketball in the Rock.
Yep, by the way. Absolutely. On a drive, great play defensively by Nell, blocking the shot for Diabate. Back the other way. Nell's got the basketball back. Underneath the basket he goes. Now comes back out on the other side with it. Gets it to Dimon. Dimon going to work with 9:45 to go. Picks up the dribble. Not a good idea. Goes far side for Nell. Nell behind the back. Steps into a three-pointer trying to get a foul call that he didn't get. The ball saved back in after the air ball, but Alabama's got it. Here comes Holloway. Why not another three? Bang! Unbelievable. And a timeout called for by BYU. They are stuck 18 points, and Alabama cannot miss from beyond the arc. 9:28 left to play. Alabama 86, BYU 68. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
The new KFC Dunk It Bucket with juicy original recipe tenders, new mashed potato poppers, crispy fries, plus 3 sauces that fit right on top of the lid, so you can dunk anywhere. You can dunk at the game, dunk while security points to the no outside food sign, and dunk as 20,000 people watch you and your Dunk It Bucket get removed from the stadium. Dunk almost anywhere with the new $7 KFC Dunk It Bucket, or get the double Dunk It Bucket for $25. Prices and participation vary while supplies last. Taxes, tips, and fees extra.
You can listen to Westwood One's exclusive coverage of both the NCAA men's and women's basketball tournaments for free on the Varsity Network app. Listen to every game remaining live or on demand. Download the Varsity Network app now and search NCAA Championships. What is there left to say?
We question, could this shooting performance keep up? We have our answer.
It clearly has. And Alabama is using the three-pointer to just blow BYU right out of the gym. Cougars need something with 9:20 left to go. Trailing by their largest margin of the night. Dimon up top wants the three. Chipped paint off the rim and missed it. The rebound try for a save. Mag threw it right into Alabama. Here they come again. And Youngblood lays it home with one hand to expand the lead to 20. Yegor Dimon pulls up on the left side of the lane, throws back for Saunders, who can't quite handle the basketball, and then on a drive to the basket, Philon is going to get called for a foul, his second.
And at this point, Alabama defensively, I feel like they're running him off the three-point line. They'll say, go ahead, take twos. How hot we are for three, you'll never cut into the deficit with the threes that we're knocking down. So defensively, the mindset has totally shifted for this Alabama defense.
Richie Saunders, one of the heroes of the victory over Wisconsin in the second round that got BYU here, hits on the first. He has seemed a little bit off tonight in handling the basketball. It's the second one to go. But the clock ticks with 8:50 left to play, and Alabama by 18. 19 made three-pointers. Sears fires to the corner, gets the return pass, dribbles up around the top, thought about another three but didn't take it. Philon kicks back to Sears. He's going to try the three. He got the three. That's 20. Oh my goodness.
People are laughing in the arena. I mean, this is unbelievable what we're witnessing. It's remarkable.
BYU answers with a three of their own. But what Mag hits from the left side. Now Sears driving. Underneath, throws to the corner. Another three. Youngblood hits it. Every trip down the floor seems like a made three-pointer for the Crimson Tide. That ties the NCAA tournament record. And now Saunders answers back with one of his own. But Alabama's got 94 points with 7:48 left to play.
I try to paint the picture. These people are oohing and awing at the display.
Sears nails a three. There's a new NCAA record for three-pointers made by a team in the tournament. 22 of them for Alabama. He has 9. They've made their last 6 in a row.
They might need to save some of this for the next round, perhaps. You might use it all up tonight, this Alabama squad.
Dimon wants a three. That one is no good. And a foul on the rebound. It's going to be, I believe, on Alabama. I'm not sure that it matters anymore. We've got a timeout on the floor with 7:14 left to go, and we are watching one of the truly special nights of one team shooting a basketball. Alabama 97, BYU 76. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I need new rotors.
When you buy 2 Duralast rotors during our spring sale, you get Duralast brake pads free.
Free?
With the rotors.
Well, that's great. What if I need extra stopping power?
You can upgrade to Duralast Gold pads for just $10.
So Duralast pads are free?
Yep.
And an upgrade is just $10?
That's right. Part of the spring sale at AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
This season, it's not just madness on the hardwood, but outdoors in the yard, too. No matter what the challenge, Ego Outdoor Power Equipment delivers incredible power and performance. From yard work essentials like mowers, blowers, chainsaws, and trimmers to innovations such as portable power stations and cordless pressure washers. You can use the same battery to power over 90 tools. That's why Ego has over 200,000 five-star reviews and counting. Check out the winning lineup at egopowerplus.com.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Spring forward with real unlimited data from Straight Talk this tax season and get a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G or Moto G Power 5G 2024 with select plans. So you can stream games during Mad March hours, check the weather for April showers, and watch gardening videos about May flowers. Straight Talk, real unlimited data. Available at Walmart and straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 4/15/25. Taxes and fees apply. Requires purchase of single line gold unlimited plan or higher. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
Witness history in the making. The U.S. women's national team faces off against Brazil in the first ever professional women's sporting event at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, Saturday, April 5th. To secure your seats, visit ussoccer.com/tickets. The amazing part, partner, is that Alabama has done this before this season. Their 22 threes ties their season high that they set against Mississippi State.
Stakes a little bit higher. And that's what's so impressive to me is the fact that on this stage in elimination basketball against a team that has a penchant for doing the same to the opposition, they have thoroughly demoralized. I think that's the best way to describe it. I mean, this BYU team is just trying to get out of here in the last 7 minutes without being humiliated. I mean, there's NBA shot making. This has surpassed that, what we're witnessing. It's not just one. Everybody feels like if they get a look, they're going to knock it down. They're not even looking at twos.
22 made three-pointers, an NCAA tournament record, breaking one that had been held for 35 years by Loyola Marymount against Michigan back in 1990. By the way, their 44 attempts, that's also an NCAA tournament record. First free throws who come back for Keita is no good.
That would have been Bo Kimball's squad at Loyola Marymount.
It would have been. And the 43 threes was by St. Joe's against BC in 97. Here's the rub. I did that game.
I feel like a lot of games we've talked about tonight, you have done that. I feel like you could write a book on the memorable games that you've been a part of.
In reality, I'm just old.
Like a fine wine, partner.
Yeah, there you go. 97-77, 7:05 left to go. Sears kind of slowing it down for the first time in a while. He dribbles off to the left side and backs it out again. Three-pointer not an option yet. Comes back to Youngblood, back to Sears. Does he let it go from there? No. Shake and bake dribble. Now gets it to Amori. They left it open down the lane, and he missed on a left-handed jam.
Of course, the one thing they miss is a dunk.
Yeah. He was wide open down the lane. There was nobody on him. And now a pass to the outside, stolen by Sears. Here comes alley-oop. Amori makes the catch, throws back to Sears. Wide on another three. There you go. 23 made three-pointers. The NCAA record continues to grow. Mark Sears has 10 of them. 100 points for Alabama. 100-77.
Is there a magnet on the basketball to that side of the court?
Saunders driving hits. 6:05 left to go. If you're BYU, again, a two-pointer after a three-pointer doesn't feel like much.
Sears should pull up from the timeline.
Why not?
Well, there's got to be some sort of absurd heat check.
It's going to go, right?
Lefty.
He's now one shy of the NCAA individual record for the tournament for three-pointers in a game. They're going to get a foul call, and it's going to come off the ball, and it's going to be on Alabama. They're going to walk it back down to the other end. It's on Youngblood, his third.
this building is stunned by what we're witnessing in terms of this shooting performance. Just remarkable.
Again, Alabama, 13 made threes over the first 2 games in Cleveland. They've blown past that by 10 in this game alone. Now the officials are taking a look. And I'm not sure what exactly they're looking at.
There's a tussle there.
Yep, Youngblood was kind of locked up with Trey Stewart. Now they're going to figure out whether there's a flagrant involved in that contact. You can listen to the live stream of every remaining game of both the men's and women's tournaments on the Westwood One Sports app and WestwoodOneSports.com, sponsored by Massa Chips. Classic tortilla chips fried in 100% grass-fed beef tallow. No seed oils, no fake ingredients, just real crunch. Code MM30. Get you 30% off your first order at MassaChips.com. I think they're staying with a common foul. Indeed they are. It's on Youngblood. BYU will get the inbound, length of the floor to go. Should they be shooting?
Should be shooting.
And thing is, Tony Padilla is standing by himself under the basket for an inbound. Offensive foul. So BYU will inbound. Player control, not a shooting foul. 5:45 to go. BYU down 21. Hall around the top of the circle. Gets it off for Baker. Baker into the lane. Jump stop. Shot up short. Nelson the rebound. Here comes Alabama again. Sears, another gear. Kicks to the corner. Left side 3. No good. Stevenson didn't want to be in on the party. And the rebound knocked out of bounds. It's going back the other way.
What's incredible is this is a BYU team that's probably going to hit 90 in this game.
Yep.
And it's still going to be a lopsided loss if it trends this way in the final 5 minutes, which just speaks to the mastery of this Crimson Tide offense.
Nell, catch and shoot 3 from the top. Long rebound as the shot is no good, and it's corralled by Cada. Another try for BYU. Shake and bake on the dribble. It is Baker. Shoveling it off. Cada, a one-handed shot from 6 feet away, got it to fall. 100-81. 19-point Alabama lead. They've hit the 100-point mark for the 9th time this year. Holloway, a 3. Shot no good. Rebound tapped out of bounds. They say that it last touched the hand of BYU, so Alabama will get a fresh 20 seconds and a baseline inbound. My goodness. It sounds like we're saying it a lot. I defy you to tell me the number of times you've seen 23 made threes in a game. They tried for 24. Youngblood came up short, but the rebound taken down off the floor by Diabate. Comes back out to Sears. Sears fires far side. Holloway thought about a deep 3. Now he drives to the left baseline. From the corner, cross-court pass for Youngblood. Touch pass to the near side for Stevenson. Stevenson from the right. 4 seconds left to shoot. Back to Sears. Step back. 3-pointer. No good. And the rebound ripped down by Cada for BYU. Cougars slide it ahead, and Sears gets a hand in the passing lane. Flicking it over the sideline. BYU will inbound. "49 three-point attempts tonight for Alabama. 49.
That's unreal. And to shoot 49 of them and make nearly 50% is just otherworldly.
Sears is coming out of the ball game, and I've got to wonder whether that's for good with this lead. He is 1 shy of an NCAA tournament record. He's got 34 points. Up on top, Baker missing from his 3. Long rebound comes down and goes right back in, and Cada slams it home. Under 4 to play, 17-point game, 100-83. Just inside half court, Filon holds for Alabama. Around the top of the circle, kick right, Youngblood. 3-pointer is good. 24 made threes. The NCAA record continues to grow. Here's Hall. Right side, driving, shot no good. He's fouled. He'll go to the line when we come back. But with 3:24 left to go, Alabama has sent a message. We can beat you a lot of different ways, including from 25 feet and beyond. An unbelievable 24 made free throws, an NCAA tournament record, and Bama leads it by 20. 103-83 with 3:24 left. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Listen up, fellow Gen Xers. Elizabeth Banks here.
Hey, you! Yeah, you! This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Are you checking your bracket during the commercial break like the rest of us? Thanks for chatting it up and enjoying this March Madness live hangout with us. So why not make it official? Hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a live game. We're on a mission to hit 100,000 insiders, and you can help us grow this amazing community of sports fans making a difference. Join the conversation. Keep it classy, and we'll see you in the chat. Good luck to your team and your bracket.
Any questions?
Professor, NCAA men's basketball is back. Are we ready?
You prepared to show up, show out, give it 110 from tip to the final buzzer? Oh, you're ready. March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/MBB tickets.
It's time for basketball, and Uber Eats is dropping deals on game day favorites to keep you locked in on the action. Like when you're craving a buzzer beater, but also buffalo wings. Or when an upset makes you want to ugly cry into a pizza. And right now, Uber Eats has game day deals from McDonald's, Popeyes, Pizza Hut, Wendy's, and hundreds more local favorites. So you can keep your eyes on the ball and your hands on a hamburger. Order now, only on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
Spruce is a new weed and grass killer with 9 simple yet effective ingredients that are safe for use around people, pets, and bees when used as directed. Spruce works differently by dehydrating the weed down to the roots. Alabama's dehydrated BYU tonight. 24 made three-pointers in the game. That's 72 points just from three-point range. With 3:24 left to go, they have not only punched their ticket, they punched right through their ticket to the Elite Eight with a 103-83 lead over BYU.
I mean, the BYU story has to be told. I mean, they shot 50% to this point in this game. They have 18 assists in this game. They've shooting 36% from three in the second half. But it's the 22% from the field, from 22% from the three-point line, and then the tilted three-point percentage for this Alabama team. This game has purely been decided from the three-point line.
First free throw up for Hall is no good. Wyoming, in case you're curious, has the NCAA single game record. We've been talking about the NCAA tournament record. The single game record, Wyoming in 2021 had 28 of them against Hastings College.
That's could be challenged here.
And they got a shot. Why not? Second one is good. 103-84. I mean, you think of that timeout, Nate Oates says, hey, who doesn't have a three? We got 3 minutes to go. Who doesn't have a three? You, orange whip, 3 orange whips. Just inside half court. They're dribbling away right now. Phylon on the logo, whistle off the ball, and we're going to get a foul call. That came off the ball because literally nothing was going on. But Tony Padilla saw something that Trey Stewart did off the ball, and apparently he did it to Mo Diabate, who's going to the line with a chance to shoot a one-on-one. Diabate quiet in this one when he's been marvelous in the first 2 games of this NCAA tournament. First free throw is good. And Diabate's first point of the night for a young man who had 28 points and 15 rebounds in Cleveland. Oh, by the way, Alabama's also 16 for 17 from the line. Next one is up. That's no good. And the rebound comes down for Dimon. Maybe they take these basket supports back with them to Tuscaloosa.
I tried to.
Hi, we'd like to buy your rims. 2:50 left to go in the ball game. Far side of the floor. Hall driving shot blocked from behind by Philon. And Alabama down with the ball, brings it into the forecourt again. And a quick foul. It's going to be on Boskovic. And free throws coming again for Bama. All right, so here's your question. Beginning of this game, the area behind the BYU bench, which is clearly where Duke supporters are going to be sitting in about 40 minutes, was kind of empty. Now it's kind of filled in. Has this sent a message to the Duke fans about what they might have waiting for them on Saturday?
Oh, absolutely. But obviously, Duke, I think they understand that what's in front of them is going to be a challenge. But I think to anybody, you gotta look at Alabama and say, hey, can they ride a hot hand all the way to San Antonio? But I look at it and say, when you made this many shots, is it possible to remain hot after tonight when you're this electric? Don't count Arizona out.
Darian Reed hits a pair. No, I'm not counting Arizona out. I'm just taking note of the facial expressions I'm seeing on folks wearing royal blue over there. Here's Dimon. His team down 22 with 2.5 to play. Saunders, a marvelous season coming to an end. A runner in the lane, shot no good. Rebound taken down by Philon. Alabama on the run. Saunders picked his pocket. He's coming down 1-on-2. He's going anyway, and his shot is good.
Lost in his sauce as Richie Saunders has played his tail off. 25, 6 rebounds, a couple assists. He's been a consistent guy for this team. He's elevated in this tournament tonight, no different.
Holloway on the outside, dishes off. Diabate throws down to the baseline. They're killing time here with 1:52 to play. They get it back outside. Holloway driving, left elbow, step back, 2-point jumper. That's good anyway. They gave him a 3. He had 1 foot clearly inside the line. I don't know if they're going to look at it or not. If not, the record just grew. Dimon. 3-point shot, no good. Diabate one-handing the rebound for Alabama. I'm sorry, partner. That was 1 foot clearly inside the 3-point arc when he shot that ball.
Don't rain on the parade, man. Don't rain on the 3-point party.
Apparently everything's a 3.
I'll tell you what, the only bad thing for Alabama is they don't get to play tomorrow.
They've changed it to a 2-pointer. And now a flip to the inside. Sherrill has a chance for a traditional 3-point play. Catches the ball, banks it home, and gets the contact. Biggest lead of the game for Alabama with 65 seconds left to go. It's 110-86. Max Charnowski is going to check into the game for Alabama. And get a little on-court time here. He got a minute in the game against New Mexico in the round of 32. The crowd gives him a very nice cheer. The relaxing end of what was a very special night for the folks here wearing crimson. What a display.
Just incredible.
Shot is up, shot is no good for Sherrill. And BYU brings it across. Elijah Crawford, a freshman from Augusta, Georgia, getting his first action. Ball in his hands right now. Stat sheet is still showing 25 made threes, but it's 24. Ball thrown back to the top, flicked over the sideline by Reed. We've got 47 seconds left to go.
Well, Scott, let me be very clear. With Coach Young as the head coach of BYU, they're not going anywhere. With the commitment to NIL, and oh, by the way, the #1 player in the country in A.J. Debansa coming here next year, we're going to see BYU deep into March, most likely come next year and years beyond because of the commitment to that program and the talent that will continue to inevitably arrive there in Provo.
Trevin Nell off the inbound, gets the basketball back, driving, dishes it down low. Traore's bank shot is good for Brigham Young. 110-88. Alabama, 7-second differential between game and shot clock. Holloway looks at his coach. His coach says, just lay back. Use the time. We don't need to do any more. No, they do not. Holloway throws to the top. Sherrill with 3. Oh, my! Number 25. And a cherry on top of the sundae for Alabama on a record-setting night here in Newark. Off a miss at the other end. Rebound down. 5 seconds to go. And Alabama touched the sideline, so BYU will get one more inbound. How about that? Aiden Sherrill hadn't gotten in on it yet.
Only fitting.
25 made three-pointers. That's 75 points just on threes. Inbound, Nell step back three-pointer. That one is no good. Rebound for Alabama, and this one is over. A record-setting, stunning night for the Crimson Tide. They sink an NCAA tournament record, 25 three-pointers, and they blow out BYU 113-88 for the second year in a row. Alabama's on the way to the Elite Eight.
Seen a lot of basketball, played a lot of basketball. Never seen a shooting performance like that from beyond the arc. Seen a lot of NBA. Occasionally you see that at the next level. But on a collegiate level, I have never, and I mean never, seen a performance like that. And most assuredly, I know for a fact, it hasn't happened in the NCAA tournament because, like you said, partner, we witnessed history tonight. What a performance from this Alabama team. Dominant tonight. Now, can that continue on through the weekend and ultimately to San Antonio? A lot of the story still to be told.
We are going to find out on Saturday night as they take on either Duke or Arizona. Let's check some stats. Sponsored by Intuit TurboTax. With TurboTax Now Taxes is getting an expert who files your taxes for you so you can stay focused on following your bracket. Intuit TurboTax. Now this is taxes. Here's what you need to know. 25 made three-pointers in 51 attempts. Mark Sears, 34 points, 10 threes. Aiden Holloway, 23 points, 6 threes. And we're going to get joined now by a man who contributed, well, just 5 of those 3. Just 5 of those 3.
Only five.
We are joined right now by Chris Youngblood. What an unbelievable night. You guys found the 3. You stayed with the 3. Was it part of what you were looking to do coming in, to shoot the 3?
Always we're fast-paced offense, looking to shoot a lot of threes, but, we're in a quote-unquote slump, and with shooting teams, when you're in a slump, you're due for a crazy game because the numbers always even out. So we always kept it at the top of our head, and we knew we was due for one of these games eventually.
Chris, having played a lot of basketball, I enjoyed the coach I played for, Mike Bray in Notre Dame, but there's something to be said about the freedom in which you guys have. Sometimes if you're watching a Pierce may say, oh, that's a bad shot. There's no such thing with the playmakers, the shot makers you guys have. What does it allow you guys to do when you have that kind of freedom?
It allows us to just be aggressive, and then when you have no agenda, it's kind of hard to guard. Like, as you know, you play, so you really can't scout us because, one day Mark might hit 10 threes, Biz might hit 2, I might hit, it's like, you never know, so it's nice having all this freedom, man.
You get a look now at what you're going to be facing here on Saturday, and you hope you have something left in the tank, but is this the kind of thing that can carry? If a slump carries over, can this carry over?
Oh, of course, man. Of course. We're looking for our defense side to carry over. That's what we focus on defense and the offense take care of itself.
Well, congratulations on an amazing night. I've never seen anything like. Have you ever been part of something like that before?
Nah, man. We've had a couple crazy practices where our defensive coach, Brian, going crazy because we just won't miss. But other than that, nah.
What an incredible night. Congratulations. Go get some rest. You got another game to play.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations, Chris.
Top.
Chris Youngblood joining us here as his team set an NCAA record. Yeah, they're going to shoot. They were in the middle of the slump. Bob McAdoo once said, shoot if you must, I must. Apparently, Alabama must.
And I'm telling you, that matters when you've got a coach that says, pull the trigger. No such thing as a bad shot. Shoot it because it applies pressure to a defense. It allows those guys not to look over their shoulder and play with a confidence that's unmatched.
I'm going to give you your easiest task of the night. Time to select the player of the game. Sponsored by Lowe's. Springfest is here at Lowe's with can't-miss savings. Pick up fresh finds for all your lawn care needs. Lowe's, they help, you save. All right, Jordan, who's the Lowe's player of the game?
If I say anything other than Mark Sears, I need my head checked. Although, look, I guess you could argue that as I say that, Aiden Holloway was lights out in this game, but 34 points 10 triples, 11 of 18 from the field, on the backboard a little bit with 3 boards, but also 8 assists in this game. Had a couple turnovers, but we watched a guy that was just unconscionable out there in this game, just void of conscience. I mean, the shots he made were contested in this game. This guy was lights out, a game you could only dream of. Just so much fun to watch. Can it continue on?
Nate Oates just came by and just kind of gave us a little bit of a smile. He's going to have some things to talk about with us tomorrow, that's for sure.
Let me tell you, as a former player, you don't want to sleep. You don't want to wait a day. You want to get back to shooting the basketball when you put on that type of display.
He's now won 11 NCAA.
The tournament is here. March Madness is here. The craziness is here. Don't forget, hit that like button down below and share this link out so we can get more basketball fans here in the chat, hanging out with us, cheering on your favorite team.
Clayton steals it and lays it in. Clayton a good look. Hit 6.
Check out our new website, www.torontosportsinsider.com, and check out the link that is in the description as well as in the chat that shows where all of the live viewers are watching from. Are you an insider yet? Have you hit that subscribe button? I bet you have now. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for checking out our Bracket Mania campaign. A lot more coming up soon.
What a great scene this is.
Stunning. Absolutely stunning.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Thanks for chatting it up and enjoying this March Madness live hangout with us.
Very tough opponent, be it Arizona or Duke. Is there anything in your mind that says maybe we could have left a little on our head?
Yeah, we want to get back to playing. We want to play basketball. When you're hot like that, you want to keep it rolling. That was so fun to watch. I was at a loss of words, much like this building was. Absolutely stunned by that performance.
Well, when you look at this game that we've got coming up, this is two teams that have already seen each other this year. You've got an Arizona team that is playing a lot better than they were back in November, and you've got Duke that came off the first weekend that looked, I'm not going to say unbeatable. You're never unbeatable in this tournament, but they looked close.
An Arizona team that doesn't always shoot the three ball well, but has captured something in terms of offensive efficiency since February 1, where they're most confident now. But it all starts with Caleb Love with this group.
We're about 25 minutes away from the start of game number 2. Time now to rejoin our Straight Talk Wireless studios in Los Angeles. Need more data so you can stream your Jam Mix on loop, switch to Straight Talk, and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk, available at Walmart or straighttalk.com. Let's send it back to Brad Heller in the studio.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. So Alabama, I'd say they picked a pretty good time to score their season high for points. 113, the most ever in a Sweet 16 game in regulation. The Crimson Tide hammering BYU to get to the Elite Eight for the second year in a row. I mean, Bama did hit 12 threes in the first half, so you thought maybe something like this could be brewing. BYU had just 1 3. The Crimson Tide up 11 at halftime, and BYU did cut the deficit to 7 in the second half, started to show signs of life, but Mark Sears and company, they would not stop hitting from long range. Timeout for the Wrangler, highlight of the game.
Alabama's got 94 points with 7:48 left to play.
I try to paint the picture. These people are oohing and awing at the display.
Sears nails a 3. There's a new NCAA record for three-pointers made by a team in the tournament. 22 of them for Alabama. He has 9. They've made their last 6 in a row.
They might need to save some of this for the next round, perhaps.
The highlight of the game sponsored by Wrangler. Here's to the early risers, the go-getters. Shop Wrangler.com for new denim styles to kickstart your day. Wrangler for the rise.